good evening, everyone, and welcome to our first episode of Kindred Lists. Boy, that's really awkward to say. First episode. I haven't said that in a very long time. Episode 1.
Long time ago.
A long time, that's right. Welcome, everybody. We're so glad that you're joining us right here at Proficiency Bonus. My name is Michael, your most humble and merciful Dungeon Master for the evening. We are so glad that you are joining us live for this launch of a brand new show with the same great characters that we left off with our first campaign here with Storm King's Thunder. So, that being said, if you didn't get a chance to see that campaign in action, you can go subscribe to our YouTube channel and check out the Storm King's Thunder playlist, where you'll find all 102 episodes of Storm King's Thunder, I believe, or 101, something like that, including the recap if you want to watch that when you're finished. So make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also, if you want to support us here on Twitch, you can follow us or subscribe if you want to support us in that way. I think you can subscribe for free with a Twitch Prime account, or an Amazon Prime account. We wanted to throw out a couple quick shout-outs before we begin tonight. We're going to shout out to some of our friends and our sponsors at Twitch, Streamlabs, Team MZ, Many-Sided Dice, and our good friends over at Little Dragon Corp for all of their support. If you type in !Little Dragon in the chat, you will get a quick link to their storefront where you can buy some really cool dice and other RPG gear. And if you use the coupon code PROBONUS at checkout, you will get 10% off of your order. So thank you, Little Dragon Corp. We love you. Thank you so much for supporting us.
There you go. Mysticwater's on it.
Mysticwater's got it.
Slow. I was reading the scrolls.
Reading the scrolls.
Yeah.
And, well, welcome, everyone. And we're going to dive right in tonight. As it's been 30 days. You guys have been home. The Dumpster Fire Ranch, just north. Yeah, it is kind of awkward saying that every single time.
Rename it to something cooler.
No. We could never
rename the ranch.
To canon.
You've committed it.
The Church of Molfin.
Yeah.
No, okay, Dumpster Fire it is.
Dumpster Fire forever.
Dumpster Fire Ranch. I will say that we're going to pick up this adventure on the evening of the 29th day. So what we're going to do is we're going to imagine that all your characters are sitting around the dinner table, enjoying a very big, luscious meal, relaxing a little bit. Yep, kicking your feet up, taking a load off, Lachlan.
Yep.
Enjoying
my toes. What, the 29th of what month?
Good question. Let's pick one.
Okay.
And we'll start from here.
The new year.
DM, roll a d12, because I got 12 of them right here.
Let's do it.
Oh, we're actually going to keep track of the calendar?
We are going to try.
Okay,
Actually, yeah, that's
too.
right. Matthew, I think Matthew's got it printed out. He's going to be our official day keeper of the new campaign. Since I didn't do a very good job of that during the first run through, so I rolled.
Can we pick birthdays?
That's exciting.
You certainly can. Absolutely.
Oh my god,
Yes.
let's pick birthdays.
Why not? Let's all have a birthday. Yeah.
Oh my god. Did we get zodiac signs?
I rolled an 8, Matthew.
Okay, so 8 is High Sun, or Elysius. And you said the 29th?
Is that High Sun? Is that like the equivalent of August?
Yeah, pretty much. It is.
Maybe we should just do March, the third month. Would that be easier?
That's right, Jason.
My birthday.
Molfin is now keeper of time. I can add that to his character sheet.
Oh no.
That's all we
Can
need,
somebody
right?
say time stop? I'm just saying.
Yeah, let's give him more power.
Okay,
Oh, thank goodness.
so we're sticking with the random roll for
Yeah,
High
I'm
Sun?
fine with that.
Let's do
sure.
it. Let's
Give me
do it.
Okay.
And if it doesn't make sense, Storm King's Thunder-wise, I apologize. But we're going with it. It's canon.
Well,
Sure.
that's Storm King. He's thundered. It's all good.
We just roll the clock backwards to figure out what date we actually started the campaign.
Yes, it's kind of like daylight savings time. We had to readjust.
Yeah.
We readjusted. So you guys are enjoying a great meal. This gives you the opportunity as characters, not only number one, to explain to our audience what you've been doing for 29 and a half days, and number two, to plan your route, to plan your adventure going forward.
I did not think of any of this before the game tonight. I'm sorry.
I believe that Molfin has been busy with
Yes.
spells and different things in his basement lair that he has here at the Dumpster Fire Ranch.
Why did we allow him to get that?
So Molfin, can you go ahead and let us know exactly what you've been doing? Just to kind of just make it brief, because if people go back and they watch it on the last episode, I think they'll have a better idea. But if you wanted to change it or morph it a little bit, or you read something you wanted to change, right now would be the time to do it.
Well,
Can we describe our rooms too?
Absolutely, yes. Yeah, so I'm just going to go right down the line, starting with Matthew, and
Cool.
finish up
Well,
with
let me
Sarah at
ask
the
real
end.
quick.
So
I know we played this out, and I failed miserably on my roll. At any point during this period, would I have been able to collect a body?
Like a dead body or a live body?
Could I
What?
have helped?
Yes.
Could I have helped him?
I would say,
Looking for a dead halfling or gnome, basically.
Oh, okay.
would you be okay with, well, I guess any situation would be like stealing it.
We could have done a morgue heist.
You could go to
you know?
Yeah, I think probably within the 29 days, a morgue heist probably occurred with the help of Lachlan. Probably Lachlan might have called in even maybe some backup from a couple of his buddies there in Waterdeep.
I probably
Um,
went to.
Yeah, Ashlyn is probably guilty.
I am not involved in that. Nope.
No, this was
Diana is not involved either.
So
You better hope she doesn't know.
basically,
Ashlyn's terrible at lying, so if you asked her.
over the last 29 and a half days, Molfin has been casting a spell repeatedly on a physical replica of the shroud he wears to create the illusion that this replica is the shroud. Once that casting is complete, he is going to affix it to said body, which will probably be either later this evening or first thing tomorrow morning. And likewise, he has been casting the same enchantment on the physical shroud he wears to erase the magic aura from it.
Okay.
Both of these things are cast, just so our
Does,
viewers know, it is a second level spell that if you cast it over and over on the same item over a period of a month, it becomes permanent until dispelled.
what is required to dispel it? Is it just like dispel magic, and it has to be does it have to have a significant role to be able to dispel it, or does it just dispel magic just works? I mean,
let's
does it
see here.
specifically say in
Is
the?
it a DC or is it an Arcana check versus the level?
And is there any rolls that you have to make in order for this to succeed or fail, or is it just happen?
No.
Okay.
Actually, let me pull it up in D&D Beyond because
Sure. I just want to make sure I have it correct in my head and on my notes too, that
yeah.
you didn't have to like roll for anything, or I don't think you do, but
Yeah, so literally it says when you cast a spell, choose one of both effects. So either you make it appear magic or you make it appear not magic. If you cast a spell on the same creature or object every day for 30 days, placing the same effect on it each time, the illusion lasts until dispelled. That's all it says.
okay. Perfect.
So, and the option I'm choosing is False Aura, which is it changes the way it appears to spell magical effects, such as detect magic or anything that detects magic auras. Make a non-magic item appear magical, and a magical item appear non-magical. So now this fake shroud appears to be the true shroud, and the one on my head looks to be fake.
That's brilliant. I love that. I absolutely love it.
And then on the body, chop the left arm off at the elbow.
Okay.
Morbid.
Yes.
Because plans. We'll just leave the arm somewhere.
Molfin has practiced chopping arms off. I mean,
Yeah.
Not his first rodeo, you know?
It's not his first rodeo.
Don't we have it running around the north somewhere?
Yeah, so
I have a
you guys made me get rid of the hand I
I drew a
Yeah,
hand
yeah.
on top of a mountain for some reason. I drew that.
Yeah, I said we animated Molfin's hand way back when we were visiting Glarian's
Yes.
Keep, and then I'm pretty sure Diana said get rid of it, so we threw it away and it went off on its own.
Yeah, it did.
Which is not what I meant.
You basically pointed and said, "Now go," and the hand just crawled away.
Creepy. Yeah.
It looked dejected as it went, and it raised up and like if a hand could look back at you and cast a one last
Aw.
gaze towards you, and then start
That's
slowly
kind of
crawling away.
Kind of
It
creepy.
did the like dinosaur walk, and it turns.
Yeah, it turns looks back to you for a moment and crawls
Yeah.
away into the snowy wasteland of the north.
Yes.
Excellent. So probably this evening after dinner will probably be the last night of you casting your spells to prepare this, to get it set.
Don't mess it up. Don't mess it up.
you're
Say the right
you're
words.
taking a quick break to get refueled, because the shroud is constantly making you hungry, so you're recharging yourself. Lachlan, other than helping your great friend or family member Molfin steal a body, what else would you be up to?
Molfin has to describe his room.
Oh yeah, Molfin, you want to describe your room really briefly for us?
Sure. So basically, it's down in the basement because where would the rest of the party want to keep Molfin? Oh, in the basement.
Aww.
Cheetos.
Currently, there is currently being worked on is a small teleportation circle in the corner that we still are having mages come by to cast on, because that has to be done every day for a year. Small workshop, and there are a couple of bookshelves. Behind one of the bookshelves is actually Molfin's own laboratory space, which he had built in specifically so that people were not all necessarily aware of it.
So it's a hidden bookshelf. So you
Yes.
pull out like a literal book and like
You
doors.
pull out a
open
book,
up in.
Worship of Ilmater that nobody ever touches, and it's
Oh,
like,
okay.
Oh no.
Sauce's
And then
face
you
when
were-
you said that was just priceless. Gosh.
and that room is where Molfin keeps all of his more sensitive documents.
Interesting. Great. Lachlan, it's up to you.
Yeah, Lachlan thinks he's retired from adventuring, more or less, except for the whole, morgue heist. But I mean, that's that's just normal life.
That's a Tuesday.
But yeah, exactly. For me, it was Tuesday.
I got that right. For Lachlan, it was.
But yeah. So he's basically just been, he hasn't actually, probably no one has really seen him except for the heist for the past 30 days. He's been in Waterdeep, just going from bar to bar. The stories are getting bigger and bigger.
And is his ego getting bigger and bigger too?
Yeah. There's
Okay.
that. Might have a level of 2 or exhaustion just from,
Day
carousing.
drinking.
Binging.
Yeah.
Lachlan, you probably would have gotten a chance to meet up with Tren a little bit.
Oh, nice.
And I think the last order you gave him was to kind of I think it was either to go undercover in Xanathar's.
Get some intel on Xanathar. Yeah.
He did go undercover as a Xanathar Thieves Guild member. And he's been feeding you some information that tells you that the Xanathar Guild has become the elite Thieves Guild of Waterdeep. It's always been one of the better guilds, but ever since Aldok was destroyed, it seems like
How'd that happen?
it seems like a lot of the ones that were left over from that guild, instead of just leaving, they kind of got scooped up and brought into Xanathar's guild, and it started to grow. So it seems like that Thieves Guild has really dwindled the other potential Thieves Guilds that could pop up in Waterdeep. So he basically feeds you that information. That's really the basics, the basis of all of it. So.
Gotcha. But I've retired from adventuring. I'm gonna live the rest of my life in peace. So I'm not gonna get myself pulled into that nonsense. No way.
Okay, excellent. What does your room look like, Lachlan?
I haven't moved into the house yet. I've been too busy carousing and whatnot.
Oh my
So you
god.
just got a bunch of crates and boxes piled up in your room and stuff?
Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. All right, we'll go to Diana. What's Diana been up to?
Hi. So Diana I really feel like Diana, for the most part, would really be invested in overseeing more of that thing that she was doing with the Emerald Enclave to develop more farmland and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Also, as restitution for the people who were impacted by the giants and everything like that. I was gonna say that she would donate 238 of her own platinum. I just forgot to mention that.
All right.
So that's all of her
Wow.
platinum.
Excellent.
And just taking Kallista out on dates and stuff.
Aw.
And planning cute little walks in the forest and things like that, little picnics.
Diana, you do end up receiving a letter in the mail. Because word has gotten out that you guys are kind of staying here. Molfin's been kind of hush about Molfin. You haven't heard much in the media, the media about Molfin, but there's a lot about these heroes that saved the North, and the rest of you are mentioned quite a bit. Diana, you actually receive a letter from the town of Tribor. They are asking permission to name one of their streets after you.
That's so cool.
For your generosity and payment and donations to their town.
Oh my god, that's
Diana
so...
Drive.
Okay, Diana will write back that I don't want any personal glory. How everything that I do is in the glory of Ilmater, so please name the street after Ilmater and not me.
Ilmater Avenue.
Ilmater Avenue.
There we go.
And build a temple.
No, that's like God Boulevard or something.
Yeah.
I'm aware.
So
Ilmater Avenue.
I'm gonna make a note, Diana. A street.
Should have been like dumpster fire.
Street in Tribor. Named Ilmater Avenue.
Yeah.
Very, very respectable of you, Diana. To
Hopefully it's a nice street and not like
Yeah,
you know,
hopefully.
Yeah.
You know what? If it were the slums, that would kind of fit Ilmater's thing.
Yeah,
his
that's
whole
true.
thing is about caring about the
smoking
poor
death
people.
sticks down there.
Yeah, like the Boulevard of Broken Dreams.
What is this mysterious white powder? It's everywhere.
You're walking down Ilmater Avenue at night, and there's this guy with a hoodie, pulled up over his head, just like watching you slowly pass.
He looks at you, he's like, "You got $5?" You're like, "No."
No, I wasn't asking, and he pulls out a knife.
Ilmater Avenue.
Excellent. Ilmater Avenue is canon.
I really hope that that's not canon. No, it's canon in the slums.
No. Tribor is really like it's a small town. It's not
Okay.
huge.
Okay.
They're just there's not really a part in Tribor that's actually it's not big enough to have like a slum.
Yeah.
It's kind of everybody's almost at the
Not
same level of status, except most of it is
Okay.
around there's a lot of farmlands around it. So.
Oh, that's sweet. That's quaint.
Yep, it makes sense. Okay, perfect. And you've been enjoying some time with your mother, who's
Yes,
been
also that.
doing a good job of trying to take care of the Dumpster Fire Ranch and Gum Gum and everything
So
going
sweet.
around.
So sweet.
Eventually, Gum Gum starts to get a little bit skittish and really misses kind of being around her own kind. And she goes out sometimes and spends a lot of time out.
Party girl.
Comes back. You can tell that she's kind of starting to get a little bit depressed.
My Gum Gum.
She loves you guys. She absolutely does. She enjoys your company, but you can tell she misses her goblin ways. Her queen. She misses the good old queen days where she was in charge of everybody and bossing all the goblins around and telling them what to do and telling them where to go and all that kind of thing. So she's starting to get a little bit like that, but she's hanging in there. She's hanging in there.
Oh, I might have to have a talk with her later.
Your mother has really bonded well with Gum Gum especially after Molfin kind of forced it upon them.
Oh, that's right.
Everyone loves Gum Gum.
Mother. I just warped poor little Gum Gum's mind.
That's right.
To be a very good child, yeah. I can't be mad
Cast
about
spell
it.
on me too, by the way. So.
What is?
Yeah, but that was only to make you not scared of spiders, and that's long since over.
Excellent.
Yeah, I'm afraid of spiders still now. Okay.
So, Diana, can you quickly just briefly explain what your room looks like?
Yes. Okay. So Diana's room, when you first walk in, first thing you see is a big old canopy bed with, the pretty little drapes that are all over it. The ones with the tall poles and they got little drapes on top. Yeah, love those.
Nice.
Anyways, so she's got one of those, a big old fluffy rug. It's not fur, it's just fluffy. And there's a prayer mat and an altar, and like around it is kind of like vials of holy water. The silver mirror that she uses for what's it called again? Scrying. There's a Scanlan poster over her bed.
Nice.
She has 3 different jars for saving on her little dresser. There's a donation jar, a swear jar, and a jar for supplies. And yeah, she has candles everywhere, some incense, an armor stand, a desk for her letters. And, in these 30 days, she's been trying to find a new hobby because she realized she didn't have any hobbies. So there's like some discarded music instruments about, and there's like a pottery thing that she's currently working on. She's currently into pottery. That's what she's got going on right now.
I love the musical instrument thing because there's so many people like at some point in their life are like, I'm gonna learn how to play the guitar, and they buy an electric guitar, and then they play it for 2 days, and then it sits in the corner collecting dust.
Hang on, let me get you the guitar that Diana has abandoned. Hang on.
Oh, yes.
I've got a ukulele.
Oh, MG's got one too. He's running to go get his.
Oh my God.
I've got my keyboard.
Wait, where's my ukulele?
And my DJ keyboard.
DJ keyboard, yes. Oh, everybody's got their ukulele. Look at that. Everybody's got all their music gear. That's fantastic.
There's a banjo in the kitchen.
That is fantastic. I love it.
A banjo's in the kitchen. That's amazing.
That's awesome. You guys are amazing. I love that description, Diana. That was awesome.
Thank you.
We're gonna move over to Kallista now.
I think I already said that I collected the griffins with Clarion.
Yes,
right?
yes. Okay. You guys have the griffins,
So,
and you guys got some nice saddles made for the griffins.
Yeah.
Yep. So they are actually full-grown griffins now, and then have some experience. And probably in those 30 days, you guys have, got a chance to mount up on the griffins and kind of fly around.
Nice.
Try not to get too close to Waterdeep because the griffin cavalry might,
Right.
stop you, pull you over, and ask you what you're doing flying around Waterdeep. You have a license for that, Griffin?
it's called me. I would see about commissioning armor for them eventually, not in a rush, but eventually commissioning armor for the griffins.
Okay.
Yeah, she go.
Do you
out
have the
on dates.
Do you have a Griffin character sheet like easily accessed right off the bat?
I can get it.
Can you tell me what their base AC is? I think it might be like 12 or 13 with like natural armor or something like that. I can't remember.
I have one for young Griffin, and it says 11.
11.
It's 12.
12 for the full. Okay, it's 12. So what I'll say is you guys pay. I would probably say for custom armor like this, it probably cost you about 75 goldish a piece, and you get some patch armor work that's made for the griffins. It raises its armor class to a 14 rather than a 12.
Nice.
Okay, so it gives it a +2 bonus to its armor class.
Okay, make a note of that.
Oh, Keplen said in chat that she feels like she should go run and get hers too, and then get the guitar musical instruments.
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll do that Sunday.
Discord with hashtag Diana's room.
Hashtag at Diana's room. That's right. Yeah. Trending now on Twitter. Diana's room. Everybody's musical instruments that have like a coating of
Just end
dust
up
on them.
Yes.
I love it. Yeah, so you guys get that for your griffins. That would have been no problem whatsoever. Especially for the heroes of the north. Yeah, like somebody's gonna make that for you.
Dates with Diana and Clarion are a given.
Mhm.
But I think the more pressing thing that she's worried about, especially after the battle, is she would go down to Skullport and see if she can talk to Callow about potentially keeping, with her connections, or keeping an eye out or an ear out for movements from the Zolaran clan,
Zolarans. Okay, yeah, sure.
just to keep me updated on the Underdark side of things,
Yeah.
just in case it starts to bleed up. So if she can keep an ear out, like I'll pay her,
Okay.
or find someone that she knows, other drow people she might know, to get that information for me.
Yeah, she says she tells you she will do her best.
Okay.
But ever since Gauntlgrim kind of got overtaken by the dwarves, that there hasn't been much information about the Zolaran family because of their situation, being kind of caught in the middle of their social situation.
Plus, it's just covering all her bases.
But
so
yeah,
close to home.
basically the gist is she'll try her best, but that kind of information is rare right now.
Yeah, that's fine.
Clarion, on a couple of your dates, you start to get the vibe that he is really kind of worried because for quite some time, do you guys remember he had a feud with, I believe it was Cryovane was the dragon's name, the white dragon that he's always had a problem with. He's been missing for quite some time.
Oh,
he had mentioned this before to you guys, but now it's been another month.
Isn't that good that he's missing his rival?
He knows the strength of this dragon.
Oh.
And he says, I guess one of the possibilities is Iamrith could have done something to him, but he's not quite sure. He doesn't know where this dragon has gone. He's afraid.
Do dragons age, and die?
They do age. It's unclear or unsure, how old they can actually get. They can live well over 1,000 years.
Okay.
But nobody really knows, because most of the people, die before the dragons do.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's kind of okay, we don't really know how old this dragon is.
So the absence of this white dragon is unsettling.
For Clarion it is, because this white dragon seemed to have been a thorn in Clarion's side for a long time. Because they're always fighting and battling over the same territory. Yeah. And the fact that this dragon has gone missing is really kind of starting to make him question that this dragon might be up to something else. But he can't be 100% sure without doing some snooping or doing some scouting. See what might be going on. But that's really what you get from those two kind of encounters over the month.
Okay, I have one more thing.
Mm-hmm.
One more thing. I would like to do some research, whether it be from Waterdeep or somewhere else, in obtaining a tuning fork so I can use plane shift.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Does it say, the tuning fork needs to be a certain price?
It says that it's 250 gold worth, 250 gold to a particular plane of existence. So if I want multiple planes, I need to find
multiple tuning forks.
Yes.
Okay.
But the one she's looking for first is probably the Shadowfell.
No.
Can you just does it clarify? Do you just buy a tuning fork and say this one is for the Shadowfell, or do you have to specifically have it enchanted to do this? Because it's just a spell, right? I mean,
yeah.
I think as long as you just have a tuning fork worth 250 gold, does it consume the tuning fork, or does it just always you just use that one? No. It always goes to the same place.
It does not. It does not consume it.
Okay.
So that's what I think. That's my confusion. Is do I just need one, or do I need multiple?
Well, good question. You said it was plane shift, right?
Yeah. Here, I'll just click it.
Let's see if we can find out some of these details now, so we don't have to. We won't have to worry about it later whenever we get into the midst of something. So, plane shift, here we go. A forked metal rod worth at least 250 gold pieces, attuned to a particular plane of existence. Interesting.
I don't know what that means out of character.
Yeah, I don't really know.
Might, but I don't.
I really don't know what it means either.
I've never been this high level druid. This is new for me.
I think you go to a plane of existence and you throw it at the wall there, and you're it's attuned, but it can only go to that particular plane of existence. So I think you need multiple ones.
I rolled a
Yeah.
d4 and I rolled a 1. So
Okay.
I'm gonna say there is one tuning fork available, and you find it in that one. You remember that magic shop that was in the head of one of those big sculptures
Yeah.
that you guys? I think Ashlyn got that like picture frame thing that changes
Yeah, and the
images
bus for Lachlan.
and the bus for Lachlan. Yeah.
Yeah.
You find one. I would say you can find one attuned to the Shadowfell in that shop for 250 gold. Okay, so you can mark that off. Since we're doing this as like just a really quick 30 days brief flying by. It's Jason in chat is talking about how somebody could sell you a bad fork and you could end up somewhere else.
That's true.
Of course this
If you-
goes to the Shadowfell.
If you cast Identify on it, would it like tell you if it went to the Shadowfell or not?
I don't think it's magical.
It says, it just says it's like attuned to a place. I don't.
Like it has the right note, to hit a place.
That might be a good question to Jeremy Crawford on Twitter.
Oh,
He would
I
know.
okay. I'll try that first.
or maybe they have something on it in Sage Advice. We can always check there. Cool. Awesome. Kallista.
Mm-hmm.
Now I think I remember you did speak to your father about being contacted.
Yes, I told him after the battle was done.
Now you haven't been contacted since, and your father hasn't been contacted either. He does kind of question you a little bit, every other couple of days, he'll kind of ask you, hey, have you heard anything? But still nothing. It seems like silence.
Yeah.
But
And I would tell him that I have ears in Skullport, but nothing yet.
Yeah, you can tell he's a little nervous about it, but he's trying not to show it. He's doing a good job of being pretty bold about it and keeping his chin up.
Callista's nervous for him. She's not nervous for herself, she's nervous for him at this.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
So, yeah, I think that feeling's mutual.
And what would Callista's room look like?
Very natural. There's like no metal in her room, so like the bed frame is 100% like a dark, like almost like umber wood, like a really dark black wood. She does have a desk. She has actually commissioned on like the feature wall of just like a moonlit scape of just fields of forget-me-nots.
Nice.
With a crescent moon hidden behind some clouds.
Okay.
But it's pretty simple. She does have I think she has an owlbear rug, but
Nice.
other than that, it's the very dark colors, and the only splash of like real color aside from the forget-me-nots on the wall is she has a pink blanket on her bed.
Okay. Perfect. All right, Ashlyn.
What has Ashlyn been doing? Ashlyn's been hanging out with Harshbag a
All
lot.
right. Yeah.
Throwing the old boulder.
Throwing the old
pigskin,
boulder.
Whatever's between us. Something. He can throw me, and then I can run back. Really fast to him.
Yeah.
I could be a projectile. So I've been hanging out with Lachlan a bit too. Just going to some bars, getting in some fights sometimes with people.
Yep.
Yes.
That's what
I've got a black eye as I'm sitting at the table, like
That's okay.
missing a tooth.
That's it.
We can get that replaced. That's fine. It's only money.
Ashlyn, you did receive that letter from the monastery.
Yes.
So you got that.
That's
That happened during
on-
that month as well. Mm-hmm.
That's on Ashlyn's desk. She has a desk now.
All right.
I guess I'll write that down. Desk.
Did you have to take the desk in through your window? Because you have no door.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So she's been hanging out with Galvin too, but doesn't want to rush things. Just making sure Galvin's being a good gentleman and stuff like that. Doesn't really want to rush into anything.
Yeah,
so
you
just a
actually
little
have only
nervous.
see him from time to time during this month because
that's
they're
fine.
really pushing this Nightstone effort to create
Right.
that kind of food kind of market there. So he's been actually going to Nightstone a lot, traveling there and working on getting that thing established. And under kind of like Diana's kind of, I guess her design, like she's kind of, they reached out to Diana, and Diana's been doing a lot of the input for this. So
Cool. I like
Yeah.
having a. That's cool. Long distance boyfriend. That's fine. Anyway. So yeah, she's been relaxing.
I imagine Ashlyn getting this desk in her room, like she puts it together outside first, and then crawls up the side and like tries to jam it in the window and it doesn't fit and has to bring it back down and take it apart and then take it back up and put it in apart and re-put it back together inside.
Probably.
So your room has a desk. Is there anything else in your room? You want to describe it?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So it's a tower with a window, single entrance, single entrance 60 feet up. And, yeah, so it has a desk now with a letter on it, very important stuff. A simple but luxuriously soft bed.
Nice.
And a few dressers, because she owns a dress now, too. And fancy clothes.
Okay.
And I have this in my inventory somewhere, it's great. And a training dummy to punch.
Nice.
Oh, can I add one more thing? I would say that
Yeah.
Kallista would take the balcony room.
The balcony
Whatever
room?
one with the balcony.
Okay, so
Yeah,
that would
she
be
wants-
the second floor room balcony.
Yep.
Yeah, that was
So I got a tower.
that was my next. So basically, Ashlyn's in the highest room of the house.
Mhm.
Molfin's in the lowest. So you
Yeah.
got your main floor would have basically your living quarters, your kitchen, your dining area. It would also have one room. Would any of you be on the first floor, or would you make that your guest room where probably Riled would stay?
Yeah, Riled.
Yeah.
So- So on the first floor, that's the guest room area. Hey, thanks Victoria Brown
Yeah.
for the bits. We appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Thank you.
Hey, the bit fairy.
The bit fairy is here.
Yeah.
So second floor, we've got Kallista on the balcony room. Diana.
Diana's mom.
Diana's mom. Yeah, so we'd have like 3 rooms there. Diana's mom / Gum Gum.
Yeah,
And then Diana's room would probably be there too.
yeah.
And,
Is there a second balcony?
and- yeah, I would say there's a balcony on the front and a balcony on the back. Yeah, we can make your room a
Nice.
balcony too, Diana.
Yay!
Lachlan, unfortunately, you get the smallest room in the house. It is on the second floor, but it doesn't seem like you're not even really thrilled about unloading your gear anyway. You just got these boxes and crates set up, and
Been too busy carousing anyway.
yeah, you're too busy. You're too busy with living your life. You know,
Yeah.
So-
Wow.
I do have the alarm bust like pointed at the door.
Oh, do you have it in your room? Do you have it in your
Oh,
room?
God.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
So you got it set to go off if anybody opens your door and stuff.
yeah.
Oh, goodness gracious.
That's awesome. Awesome. Good to know.
That's why I go in the window.
Real quick, Michael, just something about the film I forgot to mention.
Yeah.
Also, during the month, Molfin would have spent the the 500 gold
Okay.
to make 5 small silver cages.
Okay.
Basically, using fabricate. We discussed taking it has to be worth 1,000 silver. So basically, taking 5,000 silver or 500 gold worth of silver,
Oh yeah.
and making these 5 little tiny cages out of it.
Perfect. Yeah. You.
What are they for?
Reasons.
Reasons.
Reasons?
uh,
I don't like your reasons sometimes, so.
Victoria
It's
says
good.
in chat that she's loving all the representation of the flying snake on the overlay right now.
Yeah.
Is,
Yeah, Vince.
Drives
to be
Kristy crazy.
seems to be
Yeah.
outweighing our Emerald Enclave members. We're 3-2.
I'm
right
not- I
now.
wasn't invited.
Well, that's only because the Harpers sort of threw Molfin out.
And
Yeah, that's
hey,
true.
remember, Ashlyn's boyfriend Galvin is a member of the Emerald Enclave as well. So
Oh,
yes,
right.
he is a member.
Okay.
He wears a green
3 to
cape.
3. We're in the tie. We're tied with you. He's part of the dumpster fire by marriage.
Represent. That is good. Represent. Nice.
Awesome.
Victoria Brown, you get
Victoria,
DM's inspiration.
get out! No, get out! I disapprove. Get it.
Victoria Brown gets a point of DM's inspiration.
Represent you.
All right, so
Okay.
that being said, we've got our rooms, we've got our plans. You guys are sitting around the table, finishing off your dinner, preparing to get a little bit of some kind of cobbler, probably peach or apple cobbler for dessert. I don't know. Wait, what's a late summer cobbler that we could have? What's
Peach.
Peach. Peach is a good
Fish.
late.
Yeah,
Fish.
Fish cobbler.
Gross. Peach cobbler. We'll say that you are enjoying some peach cobbler. What would you guys like to discuss as you guys are deciding? You guys have a lot of different routes that you could travel from here on out. Where would you like to venture first? As now, we're right at home. We're out of a book, guys. We're right at home.
Oh wow.
We don't have a book that says we have to go this. No, just.
Yeah.
I know. There's no impending doom.
Does Lachlan show up to the house for dinner, I'm assuming?
Oh yeah.
This is probably the first dinner I've shown up for in a little while. Yeah.
Wow, Lachlan, way to dip out on the family.
Nobody wants to hang out with their parents.
Well, you are hanging out with your parents, since isn't that where you stay at night? Since you don't go here to sleep.
Lachlan's a neat.
Or
Diane-
he's staying with others.
Wow.
Diana's mom comes by and says, "My goodness, what has happened to your eye?"
Oh, we were punching people. And
I pointed at Ashlyn.
Oh, let me.
I didn't punch you. The other guy punched you.
Just keep here. I'm going to go heat up a rag for you. And she kind of walks over and looks like she's going to get a rag ready for you to put on your eye.
No, what he needs is a nice steak.
A
on
big
your
old
eye.
steak.
Yes.
I'm just sat here like, hello, healing magic? No, okay.
No, it's just superficial. He'll get over it.
Literally missing a tooth.
He wears it. He wears it. He wears it proudly, like a badge of honor. You know. He's just like,
Yeah.
And if it goes away, I'll just punch him again. I mean, that dude will punch him again.
Oh my lord. Molfin, I have a technical question. Molfin, I was debating if I should take a page out of your book and inscribe a glyph in my room.
For what?
It is possible to do so. What would you be seeking to do?
Ward against, like, I don't know, devils, demons, priests of Vecna. How is he, by the way? I know he's your friend.
Could Molfin enter the room? Ouch, that implies a solve on that.
could
word.
Molfin enter the
Sorry.
room?
My minor illusion.
Another-
Shots fired.
Yeah.
Another second rag, please.
Wow.
Molfin
No,
will
but
just sort
seriously,
of
how do
look
I
a little bit.
apply?
I'm really not sure quite how effective that would be. If you'd like, I could reach back out to Dawn again.
Mm.
Him and I have a meeting scheduled coming up in the near future.
Oh yeah, that's
Really?
the impending doom. That's interesting. We should all go to that kind of thing, right?
Yeah, the impending apocalypse. Am I invited or am I not allowed?
Well, depends if you behave yourself. Do I have to have Kallista put you on a leash?
We could
Yeah.
hide in like boxes or
Well,
something.
She doesn't
if
need my
they're in like
permission
an
to do
alley.
anything.
That's also true. But should we hide in like boxes if we meet in a dark alley or something?
We could jump out of a cake. It's his birthday coming up, I know. No.
Jump out of a cake.
That sounds messy.
Suffice to say, that is probably not a wise idea. This is a meeting of
No.
like-minded individuals, shall we say.
So
You're not gonna
box-
start worshipping Vecna too, are you?
He is Vecna. He's part of Vecna.
But you're not like really like.
He's got Vecna on his arm.
And shall we
Vecna
say
is his arm.
Vecna will be worshipping me.
So about my letter.
Okay. Right.
I was
Yes,
just going to
diversion.
bring that up. I was going to say we have a list of things.
We
Why don't
always have
prioritize-
lists.
I know. That's why we should prioritize.
Okay. What's number one on the list?
Well, we haven't decided which number goes where. You were mentioning your letter. That
Yeah,
was
I wanna
something
be
that we
number
brought up
3.
a while ago. You want to be number 3 on the list. Why number
Yes.
3?
Because it sounds scary to be number 1.
Ashlyn,
Yeah.
are you scared to go back?
Kind of.
Why?
Why?
You'll have all of us with you.
Because I don't know what's there now, if they're gonna like me anymore. And, it was a time in my life, and then I came with you guys, and I don't want to go back, really. Because I like you guys so much. I gotta, like, finish studying and stuff, but I've learned some stuff on the road, too, I think, so.
Are you worried they're going to ask you to stay?
Yeah, a little, but maybe if I'm, like, this, like, weapon bearer, I can, like, bring justice into the world or something.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Honestly,
I mean,
Ashlyn,
with us?
with the list we have, I think getting you a weapon is probably high tier priority right now.
Oh.
the
Before or
things
after
that
the
we have
Darn
planned.
thing?
We only have to
That I
dodge
didn't know was a
100 thunderbolts.
priority.
Yeah.
Well, it isn't so much a priority. It was a meeting I was invited to for information on additional objects of concern.
So we
Which you're
can
gonna tell me everything about, right?
Well, we can like listen in somehow.
Certainly.
I can scry on you. Ooh, never mind. I don't need an invitation.
I'm sure they'll put up words or something, so you can't do that though. Maybe we should physically be there.
Ooh, I have a new
Molfin
spell I can
thinks
use.
for a second and makes the ring appear on his finger,
Oh,
What?
and then makes the ring
That-
disappear again.
Oh yeah, he can't be.
Oh,
You
yeah.
could certainly try to scry on me.
Dang it.
Can we scry on Dorn?
I
And you're just
could.
There?
I could. It wouldn't be smart, because if he finds out that I'm scrying on him, he's gonna be all like, you were scrying on me, and I just don't want to deal with that.
Maybe we should just hide in the room. Like I said, boxes. Like you'd be amazed how long you can sit in a box.
Wouldn't they sense us? Or...
It depends on how loudly you breathe.
Ashlyn has the best plan.
Just sort
No,
of rubbing his temples at this point, just like
back to your temple, Ashlyn. You like why? I feel like you should absolutely go. It's an amazing opportunity to go back.
What if I
prove
fail?
You've learned life is full of failures. You know, you learn and then you try again later.
She's not
No,
gonna
this is like
fail.
a once in a lifetime thing. Once in a eons thing. It's pretty big deal. So I
Oh,
kind of don't want to do it, and I want to keep putting it off and not think
Have you
about it.
ever lost a bar fight? Like, ever?
you know what? Same.
Ho hum. I think it's more of like a not bar fighty thing.
Oh.
Well,
But thanks.
if there's
And
anybody,
no, I haven't.
that's true. You have not lost a bar fight, and you won't lose this because I feel like if it's a thing that's like temple-y, then it's probably like all good soul intention-y type stuff. Anyways, you have the best soul out of anybody
Aw.
that, you know, better than mine, better than anyone here. You're just like an amazing, wonderful person, and I feel like you're also incredibly talented. And if anybody should wield some ancient weapon that's like ridiculously awesome, like it's gonna be you.
Oh, geez, that's a lot of responsibility.
It's not a responsibility. No. Oh God.
Oh, no!
Think about
She's
this.
joking!
Think about
She's
this.
joking!
No, she's not.
You killed a dragon.
I did
You
kill a
killed
dragon.
you killed the blue dragon. We also killed a lich.
Oh dear.
And most of that was you. So I think you need to give yourself more credit.
I think I need to do some push-ups. Ashlyn gets down on the floor and starts doing push-ups.
Diana's mom
What-
comes
what?
by and hands Lachlan a heated rag to put on his eye, and then hands Ashlyn a small paper bag to breathe into.
Well, Ashlyn's doing
Molfin's
push-ups.
jaw
Can I
just sort
sit
of
on her
drops
back?
as Ashlyn is now doing one-handed push-ups while breathing into a bag, hyperventilating.
Yeah.
Can I sit on her back? I sit on Ashlyn's back while she does push-ups.
Oh my
I'm not
goodness.
strong.
Yeah.
What? Yes, you are. You're a
No,
monk.
I'm dexterous. I'm not strong.
Oh, okay, then I don't do that.
I'm not a strength one.
I thought that she was a bodybuilder in my head. Never mind.
But you can sit on my back and I'll just like collapse and breathe into the bag a little more.
Okay, that's fine. I go to sit on her back and then immediately we fall. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you, Diana. I know that's your way of hugging me with your butt.
And I do. I hug her while we're on
Okay. Thank you.
MG, you roleplay so well. I love the rag on the eye. You do such a good
Yeah.
job.
Feels good.
Awesome. So you guys are having this conversation. Really, it's kind of up to you guys how you settle this. I mean,
I
So do
think.
we Rochambeau? Or do we just
Okay.
let Ashlyn go first?
Well, what did you, Molfin? Is Dorn a priority for you?
Not so much. It's. I know where he's going. I know when he'll be there. It's coming in the near future, but certain we can get Ashlyn's thing taken care of beforehand.
What about the Xanathars Guild? Why don't we infiltrate that and kill everyone?
Okay. We don't need another guild war. No.
Whoa.
Just when I thought I was out, they pull me back in.
Yeah.
No.
they're calling Lachlan out of retirement.
Yeah.
I'm leaving the mob alone.
you masculine child.
That's Waterdeep's
Come to
problem.
me on
Waterdeep
your
officials
daughter's
and
funeral.
nobles can deal with them.
So good.
Oh,
Wedding.
wedding.
Hmm.
Honestly,
Okay.
Ashley, I think this is the best course of action. If we need to get items to get more powerful, like we're going to be fighting gods at this point.
Right.
Fair.
About that, is that smart?
Can always
Probably
apologize.
To who?
Okay, they owe
God.
us the apology. I'm not apologizing for anything. She owes me the apology, not the other way around.
Lachlan, I don't think that apologizing is going to break anybody's soul contract.
Yeah. There's those
Also, I
Okay.
personally
Yeah.
challenged that one dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think we backed ourselves
two or
into
three of them, so
Yeah.
I don't want to force you, Ashlyn, but I do think that this is something good for you, and we all believe you can do it. We're all coming with you. We got your back.
Okay.
And if
and
at
if they
any
tried to take you from us, we will
point-
burn the temple to the ground.
if at any
Well-
point you want to
Whoa.
abort,
That escalated quickly.
Yeah.
before Molfin said that, if any point you want to abort, we will go with you.
Can
We
we
will
have a
follow
code
you.
word? Like if
Sure.
I say, zeitgeist. You know how I always say the word zeitgeist?
Of course.
Yeah, it's totally something I normally say. If I say zeitgeist, we have to leave. Totally in my vernacular.
Ashlyn, wow. Reading books.
Occasionally, no, pamphlets, pictures.
Mm-mm.
We'll follow
Magazines.
your lead. How about that?
Okay.
So when are we going?
I don't know. Did I have a deadline?
Do we have a map of where we need to go?
It's right by. Well, actually, it's on the water.
I can
It is
take
on the
you. I
water.
can take you guys over to the map.
Okay.
And kind of give
Is
you.
it not near the
I'll-
deep forest, I believe.
It's in the Ardeep Forest, and it's strange because Ashlyn keeps telling you guys that she has to travel by water to get there, but it's strange because it's in the middle of a forest.
There's totally water there.
So then, where's the water?
If you guys here, I'll shift ping you guys down here to Waterdeep.
Mhm.
Did it work? You guys can see
Yeah.
Nightstone, and you can see Ardeep Forest like right above Nightstone there.
Mhm.
Let me go and reveal the dark areas from around here so you guys can see. Like, there's the golden fields up above Ardeep. from your recollection, Ashlyn, it's right in the middle of that Ardeep forest. Because there is like a river that comes out of the Ardeep forest. So you're thinking maybe there's perhaps some kind of lake, maybe in the middle of the Ardeep forest.
There's a lake in the middle of the forest. Very, very treacherous lake that I learned sailing on.
Full of trout.
Full of trout.
And it is, it's like a constant, it's always shrouded in mist.
Ooh,
Yep.
misty.
It's a misty lake.
Shrouded areas are the best.
Nice.
Molfin.
Well, I can
Can't be
hear-
disappointed.
Touche, my friend. Touche.
We could get there pretty quickly if we just go. We probably don't have to like tree hop or anything special or fancy.
We can just fly.
We could do that too.
Ashlyn was like, how do I prolong this the most that I can? How do I dodge it?
I
Yeah,
mean, it is the 29th day of high sun. Maybe we should just wait till low sun or never sun.
Yeah, like if you guys travel by road,
Never
it
said.
would probably take you roughly probably 2.5 days if you're just walking.
Yeah, let's walk leisurely.
You guys could go to the road and then
Rush.
pass through Nightstone on your way into the forest if you'd like to.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
But that's up to you if you want to do that. Probably flying on the back of the griffins, it would probably you could go basically directly towards it, and it'd probably cut that by a day at least.
Well, I also have wind walk.
You could
or-
wind walk and get there
Point
super
or-
quick.
Leisurely pace is fine.
think-
There are no rush.
I think
Old monks
Molfin's
there.
gonna argue with you guys that he needs one more evening to do what he needs to do.
Yeah, let's do-
That's
Also, don't
fine.
you
We're
need,
not
like,
in a rush. But...
50 more evenings? Like 55?
No, I just need one. I wouldn't object to stopping through Nightstone again, but
I don't think I've ever been to Nightstone. Have I? It's
yes,
right there.
You were
You were
with me when we stopped there and landed on that house.
landed the rock
yeah,
and
when-
destroyed the house that had all the writing on it on the door.
Yeah, but that was the only Oh yeah, that was my only time in
we
Nightstone.
came
I know,
back
it's
full
like,
circle.
Yeah, it's,
Oh, yeah.
it's like a stone's throw away, but I've never been there actually, except for that one time. So, funny story, never been to Nightstone. Maybe we could stay a couple days in there too, because, it's like a tourist trap, and I like tourist traps.
Well, at the
Maybe
very
we could
least,
visit Daggerford as well.
Trap where it ensnared my soul, Lachlan's soul, and Moby's soul to Asmodeus.
That's not what I meant, and you know it.
Dang.
Jerkface.
And Gum Gum was there.
Yeah. And
Oh,
Gum Gum was there.
Gum Gum. Maybe Gum Gum.
That was
Well,
good.
perhaps we can
Maybe
bring
we
Gum
should-
Gum back to Nightstone.
I was going to say the same thing. She's been kind of forlorn lately. Maybe she just wants to go, roam free.
Go
Maybe
leave the
she's-
village again.
Maybe she's a wild animal and she's just not meant to be kept in captivity.
Maybe we should talk to Gum Gum before we just tell her to go free.
Oh, of course,
Perhaps we should find out where her tribe or clan
Yeah.
or whatever they call animals like that.
I whisper. I'm like, they were all killed.
Oh.
That's why she came to stay with us.
Oh.
Well then,
Maybe we can find some new goblins for her to roll.
Spoiler alert for anybody who's watching episodes of Fit for a Queen right here on Proficiency Bonus. They all die. No, just
Yeah. Well, we said that way back when.
remember a location way out west. Well, if you'd like, I can teleport Gum Gum to.
No, because she's not gonna know anybody.
Yeah,
She's
we
gonna be like,
She'll meet Slothrackle. It will be a wonderful evening for the two of them.
No, we're not
no.
teleporting Diana's child there.
Goodness, that's not my child. That's my niece.
Your niece, right?
My niece.
all right.
My
Well,
adopted niece. So I'm gonna add that to the list. Rehome Gum Gum.
Okay, that's good.
Rehome Gum
here's a
Gum.
suggestion. We leave sometime tomorrow. I will stride us to Nightstone. We can check around, check in, and then go from there.
Okay.
How you want to get to Ardeep. That way it's not rushing to Ardeep, but at least we're much closer.
Okay.
gives Molfin time to do his spell, gives Diana time to talk to Gum Gum, gives you time to steal yourself, and then we can figure out what we want to do once we get in Nightstone. Take it
Raud,
one step at a time.
Raud kind of steps up after eating his cobbler and looks over to you. My daughter, what should I do?
Well,
Do you know any
you're welcome
goblins?
to come with us, or
Maybe we should find goblins and bring them to Gum Gum, like maybe 2, and like we should like let them play together in the yard.
You have to introduce them through a closed door first. Let
are
them
we
smell
adopting
each
more
other.
goblins? Is that what's happening here?
Ashlyn's setting up play dates for goblins at the
Yeah,
Dumpster
like
Fire
that'd be
Ranch.
cute.
Does
Like they
anyone
could have
else
their own
remember?
little like hut outside or something.
Does anyone else remember walking into a cave where there were more than one goblin and having the sense that you were there to destroy some evil creature? Do we really want people approaching our home to be the first thing that they see? Multiple goblins on the property.
And a giant and a guy with a shroud greeting them with lemonade? Yeah.
Oh,
Vegetarian goblins.
One thing that we did mention last time that I forgot to read here, Ashlyn, is remember Harshnag wanted to go and investigate
Oh, right.
the north and basically go and tell the frost giants, hey, the ordning's back, it's been established, you know, kind of be the ambassador for the frost giants.
Okay. All right.
Victoria Brown says at least the goblins aren't allied with Vecna.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, better than some members of my party. No, I'm kidding.
So, okay, well, we have a giant-sized barn that isn't suspicious at all. That would never be suspicious. Just
Boy,
have
this barn, they have really big horses here.
Yeah. So we should kidnap a couple goblins on the way. That's all I'm saying. Civilize
I
them a
will
little.
support your
Yeah.
kidnap plan 100%, Ashlyn.
Good.
No. Oh my goodness, no. If Gum Gum meets people, she needs to meet them naturally. We can't just arrange a little goblin tribe for her.
So we should take Gum Gum with us to meet potential goblins?
I think so. I think what's the harm in it? She might find a cute little tribe and wander off somewhere.
But she wants to be queen, so we have to dominate the tribe first into believing that Gum Gums are their queen.
Easy peasy. We did that last time.
That is forced fascism, but that's okay, I guess, in
I'm
this
not
case.
above a little coup. That's just monarchy. No.
I feel
We're
like
just
our
going to pointedly
lines...
look at everybody in the party except for Diana with that statement.
Yeah, I kind of feel like our party has a lot more gray than I remember.
Yeah. Yeah,
I'm the
I
only
think
good
people
guy
changed
around
a
here.
lot.
Lachlan, don't make me punch you in the other eye.
Listen, Ashlyn, I'm all talk.
Half
I say a lot.
invisibility.
I'm all talk. I'm not actually gonna stage a coup or anything.
Okay.
I'm all talk.
Oh,
Don't worry about it.
you seriously
I'm-
cast invisibility along? Yeah, he's going.
Okay.
My fork is just going up and down.
That's awesome.
Probably still hit you with the disadvantage, but that's okay.
Probably could.
Probably.
Almost certainly could.
Anyway.
Raud kind of looks at you all,
yeah.
and he's just, I think it'd probably be best for me to stay here.
I was
Um,
thinking the
okay.
same thing, honestly.
As long as Molfin is okay with me still borrowing this wonderful staff. And he looks over towards
Just rolls
Molfin.
her eyes.
Molfin looks over at him. My dear friend, consider it a gift.
Wow.
Molfin, thank you so much.
The pleasure is mine.
And he
It is-
kind of grips it a little bit, and he almost like hugs it as you say that.
That's so sweet.
it is-
And you could say like he doesn't
He
doesn't say anything else to you as you're saying that, Molfin. You just see like his face is a lot brighter, like the worry seems to be gone from his eyes.
Aw.
You just totally made his day.
Nice.
So
So,
Our family don't got shit on Ryle. He's got that staff of power.
that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Okay.
so we've knocked out 2 things on our list. We have 16 other things to decide in what order we shall do them.
Oh. Well, let's just get through the first couple ones. See how they are.
Wait, what is the second one?
Rehome Gum Gum.
Oh.
First one is Ash's temple and getting her a cool weapon.
If I succeed, no pressure, right?
Yeah,
If I don't,
it'll be good. It'll be good either way, either or.
if I don't, you guys still love me, right?
Of course, 100%.
Ashlyn,
I rub her back.
Not a question.
Okay. No pressure.
Oh, and then there's Dorn, Kallista's grandparents. We've got Kella, Raven Queen, Asmodeus, Orcus, Crowan, Kraken, Dagnabbit, Balgrog, Old Snarl, Kella, Wolf, the handlers, Boris. We've pissed
That's
off
fine.
a lot of people.
We haven't pissed them off. They pissed us off.
That's better. That's better. Shift the blame.
Yeah, flip it and reverse it.
A Schmurfman and Enya. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Missy Elliott.
Yes.
Oh, boy. That'll be our hype music for next week.
Love it.
So we're just gonna stick with the first 2, right? And then just go from there.
Yes.
Sure.
And
Yeah.
Molfin, if the Dorn thing happens sooner, just let us know.
Like
Well,
tonight.
Yes.
I'm
Yes,
certain it will
yeah.
not be within the next day or 2.
okay.
We
Damn.
have traveling to do to arrive at the location where his meeting is meant to take place.
All right.
You have to
You're-
travel there,
Updated on
like a
that.
teleportation.
Molfin, your estimation is probably like a week and a half off from this designated meeting.
Okay.
So
How long would it take you to travel there, Molfin?
I could be there a couple of seconds, but
I figured that's what you would use.
that's it.
Oh, I need to add one more thing to this list.
I would use and not we. Makes it sound as if you do not wish to come. Interesting.
I would like to go, but I know that you would never allow that because you don't think that I'm in the right mental state or whatever.
Well,
which
you might
I'm
kill
perfectly
Dorn.
fine.
You might kill Dorn as soon as you see him. That's the only problem.
That is also
think it's what-
yes.
I think that's what she means by her proper state
Yes.
of mind. She feels that is perfectly acceptable.
Well,
Yeah, I've been feeling really different lately. So yeah, maybe it is better that I stay out of that one for now.
for now.
We don't want
Yeah.
your hands to have blood on them, Diana.
I feel like they already got a few little drip drops there, but yeah.
Drip drops,
yeah,
but you're not
little drip
covered
drops.
like some other people. So I would
Okay.
like to keep yours clean.
All right.
Molfin,
Fair point. Fair point.
Yes, Kallista.
you're using Dorn as a means to an end, correct?
Yes. He has information I require. Once I have obtained said information, he becomes
Then I think Diana deserves her.
he becomes a risk to attempt to obtain what I seek.
Well, if anyone's going to deal with Dorn, it should be Diana. He's the one that has hurt her the deepest.
I mean, she can slap
He
him around
betrayed.
a little,
He
but
betrayed all of us. I
I'm
trust
saying,
Mofo too. Like, honestly, he's done us dirty.
I know,
But
but
I
Diana's
understand Molfin's need.
me too. But I don't think Diana shouldn't have the blood on her hands if she decides.
I'm not saying Diana needs to have blood on her hands. I'm saying Diana gets to choose what happens to Dorn.
Okay.
I agree with that wholeheartedly.
Well, we have a Kraken to look for, so we can always
Right.
solve 2 problems.
Are you suggesting we throw Dorn into a Kraken?
Yeah.
If we heavily poison Dawn's body and then feed it to the Kraken, it should weaken the Kraken enough.
You don't think Dorn would?
I don't
No,
mind this.
Dorn would try to fight the Kraken and lose all his spells, and the Kraken would try to fight Dorn, thus getting weaker, and we could just swoop in and kill the Kraken.
From personal experience, though, because I've revived Dorn about 3 times, he
Yes.
dies very quickly. He's not a good fighter.
Yeah.
He did
so-
all those months ago. We do not know
Yeah.
what he is like now.
He might have acquired a new body part. We don't know.
Diana and actually go. Everybody can make an insight check. Let's make
Ooh.
insight checks around the board.
Who are we inciting?
Ooh,
don't
Get-
know.
Lachlan.
Ooh, Lachlan!
How'd that happen?
Oh, I got a +10.
I have a +10
Nice.
too.
Okay.
Did it not,
I did not do
did it
well.
not click?
Wow.
There it goes.
Lachlan is gonna know everything about Dorn.
Lachlan, as they mentioned this, you remember those
Oh.
times that Dorn went down. You've seen this method before in your outings. You think he might have been faking it?
Wow, we wasted all
I
that gemstone on him.
spent so many diamonds on him.
You have a sneaking suspicion that he might be powerful enough of a magical spellcaster to make his body appear that way.
Fang death.
That's brilliant.
That's mean. I don't like that. That's sneaky.
Wow.
Every day my hate grows stronger. I'm gonna go pray. And I get up and I leave the table.
Okay, that's good.
So Dorn might actually be a lot more powerful than you realize, Lachlan.
Yeah, that's a little bit scary. I would, of course, tell everybody about that.
Yes.
And basically everything Diana knows about him, that pretty much means everything from the time she met him was pretty much a lie.
Yep.
It still hurts. It still hurts. It's like a knife that's just been left in me, and it just gets twitched every now and again. I'm gonna go meditate, and I go upstairs, and I just go to my room, and I
Plushy
just
rug.
light some incense. I sit on my plushy little rug, and I meditate, and I cast
As Diana
Glyph.
starts to walk away, Molfin's going to laugh at her. But that's really only like a mid-skill level spell. It's really not all that bad.
Oh, Glyph. Well, I just unlocked it, and it's level 7 to me.
No, feign
No,
death.
Feign Death.
Oh, Feign
Feign
Death.
Death.
Oh.
Feign Death's only a 3rd level spell.
Oh. Eh. I go meditate still. I'm still angry. I'm
Diana,
not upstairs, no longer a
so
predator.
you are going to cast Glyph on your room?
Yeah,
Okay, what
I'm
do you-
gonna cast Glyph on the carpet
Oh, the
underneath
carpet. Okay.
it.
What are you glyphing against exactly?
I can't glyph against evil things because I live with an evil thing and I don't want my room to blow up on him. So I glyph against.
Do you have to be like
it-
super specific, or is it just like you pick a?
It said that I could pick things like here, I'll post it in the chat.
Okay, perfect.
But it said that I could pick things like shapeshifters or like different things. So I'm wondering if I can pick specific like classes.
Probably like monster types. Like you could glyph against dragons,
Yeah.
for instance, probably, and anything with a dragon
Right.
subtype
Yeah.
would set off your glyph. Or you could glyph against fiends or aberrations, or I'm thinking that might be more
Fiend
what
might
the
be
spell had intended, maybe. But if not, we can. Oh, that's a lot.
And sorry, it's called symbol.
Oh, it's
Oh,
called
okay. That's
symbol.
what I was gonna say.
Okay,
Glyph is not, yeah.
cool. Man, that's a lot.
Yeah, it's pretty detailed. I feel like it works the same way as that one thing that Molfin casted that one time on his chest or whatever.
Is
Glyph
nearly
Well, Glyph of Warding
invisible.
is different. Glyph of Warding does a spell effect 5th level or lower.
Okay, so people can see it. Oh no, that's glyph. You didn't want glyph, right? You were trying to do symbol.
No.
Okay, got it.
The glyph is nearly invisible, requiring an intelligence check against my spell save DC, so 18 to find it.
Ooh.
Okay.
And you decide what triggers.
Okay. So you
You
decide.
decide what triggers the glyph for most. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm just reading.
Okay. I just was reading it out loud. I don't know. It includes touching it or stepping on the glyph, removing it or the object covering it, approaching it within a certain distance, or manipulating the object that holds it. I was going to say that if anybody walks over it and they were like a demon or a fiend or one of those things or a devil, that they would trigger it.
Okay, what effect are you putting on it? Like, there's like the ones you can choose, like death, discord, fear. Looks like they have specific ones that your glyph will actually, your symbol will actually set off. Sleep.
These are crazy.
Pain, insanity.
These are crazy.
That's neat.
Yeah.
I like that spell. That's pretty neat. And I like it, like it says pretty much you choose the options. You choose the options or the effect. Well, it says you choose like what creature. You get to decide what triggers it. So it doesn't really give you any specifics on. You could set like you could set a weight limit on your symbol and have it go off if something, you know, like. I guess that's against crazy. Giants or something like that, something that weighs like super a ton, you know, you can make it go off on those. That's cool.
I'm gonna pick the death one for the necrotic damage because I'm aware, right? Devils and fiends and demons can all take necrotic damage, right? Because if not, then.
Oh, you know what? As far as Molfin goes, it says also you can specify creatures that don't trigger the glyph, such as those who say a certain password. So you could give your symbol a password and let everybody know what the password is, and it won't trigger it.
The password is Ilmater is awesome. The password is Ilmater rules and Vecna rules. That's the password.
I'm sorry, Molfin. I think Molfin would rather just trigger the glyph.
I'm Molfin. So this is also stay out of my room glyph.
That's pretty cool. I like that spell. That's neat.
Okay. So I cast the glyph and I cast fiends and devils and all that, and they take necrotic damage, right? They're not immune.
You're probably not 100% sure.
I cast sending to Molfin, and I ask him if devils and fiends and demons and priests of Ilmater take Vecna take necrotic damage. I passed the problem to someone else.
Seeking Molfin's wisdom.
And Molfin is silent for a good long minute after that Priest of Vecna line again. Would Molfin be aware, given the experience he's had with demons and devils?
You would have a little bit of awareness.
My assumption would be like they're like most other things. Some of them are, some of them aren't.
Yeah, you just don't know. It's. Some of them can. I mean, it's just real. It's hard to tell. Like it's hard to give like a solid specific answer to that.
Yeah. So.
Why not make them fear? That way, they just flee.
Molfin sends back his best mental image of a giant middle finger, and then it says, "It is like just about every other being in existence. There are some that do, some that don't."
Okay. Then I think I'll do what Ashlyn said, and I'll make it a fear thing instead, a little fear glyph.
Fear glyph, okay.
And I'll set, the immune people to us, the party, the people in the household, obviously. And then the effect that like triggers it is just stepping on it, and the creatures that causes it. Can I make it a specific person? Can I make it Dorn?
Yeah. I mean, if Dorn steps on your rug, it goes into fear effect.
I would like it to include Dorn, and if it can include multiple creatures, then demons, fiends, devils, those like.
What's the password again?
The password is Ilmater rules and Vecna rules.
That's more than one word.
It has to be. It can't be a phrase.
It's a passphrase.
It's a passphrase.
It's one word in Elvish.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm still gonna come in and read your diary though. But you knew that I did that.
Oh my god. You do that?
You knew I did that.
Ashlyn's been doing
Are
that
we
all
having this
month.
conversation?
She's been doing that all month.
Are we
Yeah.
having this conversation? Are you in the room with me? Because I'm casting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Apparently, because I told
You came
to do the-
upstairs.
She
I
came
told you
upstairs
to
that
do
she's
your
reading
thing.
your diary as you're doing it.
As she's reading
Yeah,
it,
I
she
told
holds
you
it in her
to-
hand.
You're sitting there, you're like praying and casting, and then you look up and like Ashlyn's just sitting on your bed reading your diary.
So, Diana, you should cast fear instead of death, because you just make them leave. And also, you did not eat this for lunch yesterday.
How do you know what I ate for lunch yesterday,
I was
Ashley?
with you.
Okay.
So good.
All right. Well. All right. Well, that's that. I cast that spell. And Ashlyn, now I am aware that I need to get a lock for my diary because of Ashlyn.
I'll find it. You know that. That's fine.
I know, and you'll get Lachlan to pick
Just
it.
pick the lock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, this way, I don't have to involve Lachlan.
I'm still gonna. Oh wait, yeah, that's true. I wouldn't want him up in there.
Top,
That's a good
top
point.
priority
Okay.
list of the leader of the Seven Snakes is to pick the lock of Diana's diary.
Yep.
All right, so it's getting pretty late. Riled seems to be getting ready to go to the guest room to get ready to head on to bed. It seems like a lot of people are getting tired as the time passes. Anybody else doing
I would
anything
like
before
to-
nightfall or before it's time to go to bed, basically?
Yeah, I'd like to corner Lachlan.
Okay. As Lachlan is headed up to his room, Kallista, there's.
Is he heading up to his room or is he trying to leave?
Would you go to your room or would you try to leave?
I'm actually like posting up on a couch, just kind of like
Oh, out on the bottom floor? Okay.
crashing. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll just go sit
Okay.
with him.
Hey, Kallista.
Hey.
You probably take up only 2 cushions and she could sit in the 3rd. Could you- hey,
How you doing, Locke?
I'm good. I'm great.
I haven't seen you around this month.
Yeah.
Everything all good?
I'm retired. It's, I saved the world, and now I can just. Well, apparently now I'm getting dragged along to go to this.
I was gonna say, how are you retired if we still got a shit ton of shit
I
to
thought
do?
I was retired until I showed up, and you guys had a list this long. I thought
Do you
I
have
would
a
live out my days.
This Lachlan?
I think I've eliminated most of the people on my list at this point, but
But you're okay, right?
oh yeah. It's weird to be going back to Nightstone.
Yeah.
Seems like only yesterday Moby and I were carrying Gramps down that muddy road,
More like dropping him down that muddy road.
Yeah.
Now he
that
could
was
just
the
thunder.
moment I knew. That was the moment I knew the 3 of you would be a pain in my ass.
so much
well,
love.
now we're not, right?
No.
Wait.
I'm glad I stuck around.
Yeah, we kind of lucked out running into you randomly there,
It wasn't random. Dorm assigned me to you.
Are we all part of some big chess move then? I wonder if,
That's why Diana needs to deal with him.
Yeah.
Because he's been doing this from the very beginning, since day one, Lachlan. If it wasn't for him, I never would have met you guys.
So in a way, he's good. Kidding.
Don't say that in front of Diana.
Yeah. or Gramps, yeah.
Or Gramps.
Well,
Okay. I just wanted to check in with you, like how you're doing. That's all.
Yeah, I mean, I am a
You've just
little
been absent,
hungover.
so I was a little worried.
I am
Yes,
maybe a lot
I
hungover.
Are you good to travel tomorrow?
Well, He had a
How
horse
exhausted
wagon that
are
I just kind of
you?
lay in, and it's,
Does he literally have an exhaustion point right now?
I wouldn't say he probably doesn't have an exhaustion point, but he's
Just in case.
he's kind of getting used to this
'cause-
lifestyle, so he's kind of used to it.
Yeah. Well, Kallista's been worried about him all month, so just in case, just because he is looking a little rough, she's going to cast Greater Restoration on him.
Ooh.
For
Ooh, oh,
night.
Oh.
Nice.
feels amazing. I think my acne cleared up.
I don't think that's the intended purpose. Yes, it's a happy side effect.
Kallista, you should bottle this and sell it. This is amazing.
I'm gonna just like ruffle his hair. All right.
It's good to be
Get
back.
some rest. Now that you are restored, get some proper rest.
Yeah, something like that.
And maybe lay off the alcohol for a bit.
Yeah.
That
I
kind of gesture at the shiner, like,
under the sheets, I have my boots on to sneak out and go to the bar, but I just kind of like slip them off.
Nice. Lachlan, chat wants to know how old you are.
I think Lachlan, what do we say? He's like 50 or something?
50 in gnomish years. Yeah, 50 gnome.
Yeah.
If even, I think, yeah.
Yeah.
I know you were young.
yeah, he's
Yeah.
quite young.
All right, so Lachlan and Kallista share a moment. I believe Molfin would probably be retreating to his basement area to work on completing his task.
Yep.
Molfin is currently sawing off the left arm of a cadaver downstairs.
After I'm not sure. I don't even know if Molfin would know how to do this. I say that because I really don't know how to do this. After Molfin casts his spell, would Molfin be able to think of any way to basically adhere this fake shroud he's created to the face? Given that he knows that the shroud he wears is
True.
pretty much...
True.
Didn't we pick
But
up
you're-
some weird glue? Or
But you're not 100% sure what happens with that adhesion when the person dies. So you're not 100% sure that if you died, it may not be completely stuck to your face anymore. You're not really 100% sure. You could probably you could magically create some Elmer's glue.
Isn't there sovereign glue?
Here, I got
Yeah,
some-
but that's...
we're not sponsored, but you could get some Gorilla Glue hot glue sticks.
Yes.
Maximilian's
Yeah,
Earth.
we're going to see whether or not Molfin thinks it's a good idea.
or Loctite, super glue.
Wow.
You have a lot of glue. Like,
Peter Mercer
Yeah.
who's
My-
planning on gluing somebody to the ceiling tomorrow.
I've got my
Why
my
are we-
miniatures painting station set up right over here, so I've got all my glue ready.
That's
Okay.
right.
got a big collection of paint and glue by your desk.
Yeah.
Molfin isn't 100% sure that, like, burning the face with fire or acid is necessarily required. So basically, he's just going to take this fake shroud after he finishes casting his spell and pull it, basically pull it down, get it situated on the head.
Mhm.
And then, if the spell will let me do it, because during all this I've been given, let me just see if it'll. Basically, I want to take it in using the fabricate spell because I can turn materials into products of the same material,
Uh-huh.
and basically just, well, actually, I don't even need to use fabricate. I literally just want to make it so that I'm basically form fitting it to his head. So it's like, if it's a little loose, I'm going to take a knife, I'm going to cut a piece out, and then I'm going to use, I'm pretty sure I took it. Yeah. I'm going to use mending to force it to mend itself.
Oh, nice.
So it's more like tight to the face. So if someone goes to take it off, even if the face underneath is, pristine, so to speak,
Yeah.
it still has a little bit of work to come off.
Perfect. Yeah, you can do that. I'll allow it.
And then, who has the bag of holding?
I have one.
Yeah, you guys have 2, don't you? Do you have 2?
Yeah, we have two.
I don't
that's a
know
good-
who has the other one.
Oh, and actually something else I should
Ash.
specify only because this is spell and so we don't forget to mention it. During the month, Molfin would have summoned back the chest that he's currently holding the flask in,
Okay.
taken out, dispelled the spell on the chest,
Okay.
and then recast it
Okay.
to create a new pocket because after a month it could just randomly pop out and disappear. So I've got to do that once
Okay,
once
true.
a month.
True. Yep. Yeah.
So
Also-
recast that. And how much
What?
space is in that chest? Could I fold my corpse up and stick it in the chest where it's not a living being?
You could, but that would probably fill up your chest with the flask and this folded corpse.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the only thing. Right now, all it's in it is the flask.
Yeah, I would say that those 2 items fill up your chest.
Okay, perfect. Those are benefited to the ethereal plane. Easy body carriage.
I forgot to mention that the throne is probably in Callista's room.
Oh, yeah, that's a good.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, the throne, the worm skull throne is just sitting in the corner of
Just
Callista's room, just chilling.
Just
Ancient
chilling. She goes and she
artifact.
eats lunch on it.
Because Kallista has, for the moment, because she's leaving it here alone, for the moment she's unattuned to the Staff of the Woodlands and she's attuned to the scepter, so they can't attune to, so they can't sit on the throne while I'm gone.
Okay. Okay. Perfect.
Oh,
Excellent.
poor Diana's
She's gonna
mom
ride the
also
throne into our
and be
next
paralyzed.
encounter.
So, Kallista, where I kind of imagine you kind of sitting, standing on the balcony, just looking out to the cascading moonlight on the rolling hills around Waterdeep. Setting yourself down on a comfortable wicker chair out on the balcony, kind of letting the breeze blow through your hair just a bit as you're slowly kind of drifting off to sleep. Lachlan, passed out, hungover on the couch downstairs. Doesn't really care that the couch smells a little bit like gum gum. Kind of a little bit like wet dog. As he's sleeping. Diana, after kicking Ashlyn out of her room, makes her way into her bed and is enjoying a night's rest, catching some much-needed sleep after a long month of just crazy family events that we've got going on here. Molfin probably falls asleep on top of a book in the midst of probably finishing casting some spells in the middle of his work. Ashlyn probably falls asleep comfortably in her bed, high in her tower. A few hours pass in the midst of the night. Kallista, you're awoken
Damn it.
by a noise, a really faint noise. You're surprised it even woke you up, but you have,
Passive
but
perception.
you have a
though.
ridiculous passive perception score. So here's what you hear, and we're gonna go to break right after this, as it'll be
no.
about time for us to break. You
Oh,
hear
no.
this strange noise. It sounds like this. I guess my question to you, Kallista, hearing this, you hear that it's coming from downstairs. It's coming from the opposite side of the house that you're on. So basically, if you go out your door and down the hallway past Lachlan's room, and past Diana's mom / Gum Gum's room on the other side, it would be opposite your room is Diana's room on the other side where the other balcony is. It seems like it's coming from downstairs and under Diana's room, which you know to be your dad's guest room.
Oh, okay.
So,
Um,
what do you do?
I Yeah, I'm just going to teleport into his room with the scepter.
With the scepter.
Yep.
Perfect.
And it's within range of my throne, so it just happens.
Okay, so you just teleport into his room.
Yep. Yep.
All right. You bamf into his room, and you can hear this. This sound is very faint, but your dad asleep in the bed.
Mm-hmm.
But you can hear it like right outside the window.
Okay. I'm gonna wake up Dad.
Okay. You shake him.
I'm putting my hand. I put my hand over his mouth, and I'm like, "We have an intruder. Be quiet."
Yes. Okay.
Out there, in the window.
He looks over towards the window. Right. And he slowly reaches down and grabs the staff of power.
Yeah.
And it's about that time you hear this massive crash as something charges and blasts through the window. Splinters wood. It creates a giant hole in the side.
We just built this house.
the wall.
I'm pissed.
Bursting through, Kallista, your eyes come upon what looks to be a massive spider made of pure metal. And it has 8 beaming, glowing yellow eyes staring towards you and your dad. Everyone hears this sound and immediately wakes from where you guys fell asleep. Lachlan, it's right down the hall from you.
Oh!
You hear it. You hear it. You don't see it, but you heard it.
Okay.
I need everyone to roll initiative, please. I'm gonna put a. Let me. Here's what we'll do. If you guys can drag a token, let me see if I have. Let me see something really quick. I don't have a battle map for this, so we're just gonna do theater of the mind.
Okay.
So if you guys can go ahead and drag, if you have like a token, you can drag up there, and you can click on it. I haven't gotten around to updating the tokens yet, so I apologize for that. It's been a busy week.
Wow, 9. That's terrible.
Wow.
Do we have
A 9 is good
inspiration
for
from our last time together, or no?
You have inspiration. No one has a nat 20.
Okay.
Yeah, so no, I'm gonna burn my inspiration.
Yeah,
'cause it
I'm
seems
using my
important.
inspiration as well.
Okay.
Oh, that's better. Okay.
That's an 11. Hey, that's better.
Did I add that to it? Yes, I did. Initiative roll for me was that. Did everybody get their characters on the initiative? We need Raud on there.
Can you show us the picture of the layout of the house?
I wish I could. I don't have it in roll 20.
Oh, I thought you just drew one.
I only drew like part of the first floor.
Oh, okay.
So I don't have it really well thought out, but you are 2 floors above where this is taking place, Ashlyn. But you're really fast.
Yeah. Okay. Could I run?
So Raud's on the first floor, right?
Raud is with Kallista on the first floor. Yes.
Okay, so that's only 1 floor above me.
Yeah.
So let me put his
I could just
initiative
jump
on
out the
here.
top.
Oh, Raud actually rolled
Could I
pretty
have,
good.
before this happened, because this is something Kallista would have done instinctively, to put myself between Riled and the window?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, you heard it coming from that wall, that side of the window. So yeah, you
Okay.
would have kind of shielding him. Okay, is everybody on there now? I think we got everybody, right?
Yep.
Raud's actually first to go.
Ooh.
Kallista, you get the sneaking suspicion that Raud knows exactly what this thing is.
Mm-hmm.
He looks a little afraid and shocked. What's he gonna cast?
Friendship.
Friendship, yeah.
Force.
Well, the Force. He would know if certain spells did certain things. Wait, why is that not on there? Matthew, do you know exactly what Ray of Sickness does?
Off the top of my head, no, because I don't have it. Give me a second, I can check, because I got
Yeah. For some reason, I don't have it on. It should be on his sheet here, and it's not.
Okay, sickening greenish energy lashes out towards creature. On a hit, takes poison damage and must make Constitution save. On a failed save, it's also poisoned until end of next turn.
Well, he would not cast that on this creature because he knows what this is. Would not
Is it
cast
his home?
this. This kind of stinks because everything that he knows how to do, this stuff like it can't really do anything to him. Let's do this. He's
Remember
going to.
that thing he lived in that was metal? Was it metal?
He's going to try to use 5 charges out of the Staff of Power to cast Hold Monster on the creature.
No action, it was stone.
Okay.
Okay,
It's like
so
a stone.
this thing's going to make a Wisdom saving throw against this spell. And let me check out what Raud's save throw DC is a 14. Or does the Staff of Power have its own spell save DC? I don't think it does.
I don't shoot anymore.
You don't have the sheet for it?
No, I just pulled it up. 20 charges. Cast using your spell save DC
Spell save
and spell attack bonus.
So it's a 14. And then it will paralyzed for the duration. Concentration up to 1 minute if it can. Yeah, so Raud starts to use the casts these incantations, holds the staff towards the creature, and it makes a Wisdom save, which it succeeds. So it doesn't appear that this spell had any effect on the creature. He kind of just tucks himself in there behind you, Kallista, and kind of whispers, "Be careful. We must get the others." And that brings us.
Well, I'm
Wait,
sure
why is Diana second in line? Why didn't it order my?
Because it said 18, but then I know that I rolled a 9, so I changed it to 9.
Oh, okay. Let's. I'll reset the initiative order then. There we go. Sorry about that. I was like, I thought Diana was next. All right, Lachlan.
I've heard this commotion, right?
Yep. You heard something happen. You heard Raud start to cast incantations down the hall from you. Unfortunately, it's probably going to take your whole turn to get there because you're laying on the couch.
So yeah, I've got to stand up.
Unless you have unless you have a means to move faster.
Well, let's see. I could use my movement and my bonus action to dash.
You could. Yeah, you could get in the doorway of his room.
All right.
Yep.
Oh, what's that? Oh.
Yeah, you immediately get to the door, which is just a little bit cracked open. You pull up. There's a massive metal, looks like robotic mechanical spider that just burst through the wall of Raud's your guest room.
Well, that's fun. And it looks like it's hostile against these two.
It looks like it's staring right at Kallista and Raud.
Alrighty.
All right.
Just gonna fire off a warning shot here. A normal oath bow, nothing special.
Okay.
An 18. Did that hit?
An 18 deflects off its metal back.
Oh, we got trouble! guys! This is the last time I sleep here. End turn.
Wow.
Lachlan shouting now from downstairs. Well, upstairs for Molfin.
Yeah.
And it's Molfin's turn as you pick your head up from your book, your tome that's laying on your desk. Commotion taking place upstairs.
How far do I think I am from getting there?
It would probably take you 2 moves to get up the stairs and then down the hall.
Okay, so movement and dash, and I would get to his door.
Get to his door, yep.
Okay. So.
Which Lachlan is currently just standing just inside, about 20 feet away from this creature. Kallista and Raud are about 15 feet away from it.
Okay. So actually, I'll be hearing everything. First thing he's going to do is, I'm going to hate myself in about a minute. Grab myself and cast haste.
Okay. On yourself?
Oh.
myself.
Excellent. That is a action. Okay, so that's your action.
Yep.
Okay.
So it's an action. I now gain a second action,
Okay.
which can be used to take a weapon attack, dash, disengage, hide, or use an object. So I'm going to use my movement, which is now doubled. So I should be able to get to his doorway with just my movement now, correct?
Your movement, and then you bonus action your Misty Step? Is that what you're saying?
Well, no, so you said it would take me a movement and a dash action to get to
Oh,
the
yeah,
door
because you
with my
cast
double
haste.
movement.
Yes.
Now I've got haste, right? You've got
Yeah.
double the speed,
Oh,
so
yeah.
I should be right at his door.
You're right at the door. You're just peeking in. You saw Lachlan just fire an arrow that deflected off of its metal armor.
Oh, okay. And then how far away am I from just sort of peeking over Lachlan's shoulder?
20 feet.
Oh, okay. Bonus action. I'm going to cast my cantrip Misty Step onto its back.
Okay. Molfin is now on its back after the arrow deflects off of it and sticks into some of the side of the wall.
And then I have my hasted action. I'm going to ball up the fist and just... Actually, let me see what...
Are you going to punch it with the hand of Vecna?
I'm literally just going to punch down at it.
Yes. Go ahead, make your attack.
I don't think I'm proficient in unarmed attacks, but...
So you're one part rogue, one part monk, one...
Yeah. Molfin is going Super Saiyan all of a sudden.
Yeah.
One part stupid person who probably didn't bring his staff with him when he ran upstairs panicking.
Oh.
Oh, true. Yeah, you didn't bring your staff.
You always bring the staff when you run anywhere. Hear a strange noise? Why don't you grab something?
I did.
Oh.
So Molfin raises the hand of Vecna and goes to bring it down.
Oh, no.
So, it's
Your arthritis is gonna act up there, Grant.
Yeah.
Molfin is teetering on the back of this mechanical spider.
You're not gonna be scribing any spells anytime soon.
Yeah. That looked painful.
I think that ends
sounded
Molfin's turn, correct?
Yep.
Kallista, you are up.
Kallista's pissed. So she's going with old school moonbeam, but
Ooh.
says, yeah, she's mad.
Oh, wow. She pissed.
And it's a DC of 18, not 13. I don't know why it says that.
DC of 18. That's a con save, I believe.
Con.
Yep. Con save. Here comes Constitution. That is a 27 to save.
So he takes half.
Half damage. Okay, so that's
43.
oh. It's 43, not 33?
43, I cast it at
Oh
10.
yeah, okay, I see the 10. Yeah, 43. Okay. Ouch.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to
I
move.
I have to ask, would I have to make that save where I'm sort of standing on the back of it?
Yes, you would.
Oh,
You're
you're standing
how
on the
big is
back
it? How
of it.
big
Why are
is
you
this
standing
creature?
on the back of it?
If I aim it for its head, would it still hit him?
You would probably have to aim it more for its thorax, its backside, to avoid Molfin. Molfin's kind of like
would
sitting on
avoid
its
Molfin, I
neck,
don't
trying to like pound on its face.
That's fine. I'll go for it.
Go for its butt.
Yep.
All right, sure. Yeah, Molfin can be avoided with that because this is technically a large creature, so it consumes 4 squares on a grid. And Moonbeam can be a 5-foot square, so it'd be fine.
Right.
Mhm.
Right.
Yep.
Is this
Jason's like,
creature,
burn that
half-
spider booty.
Is this creature half in the room or half outside? Like, is it that big?
Oh, it's kind of half in the room, half outside. It's right at the edge of the room. And this room's probably only like a 20-foot square, so it's not like a huge space, but it's, you know.
Well,
not
it's
a-
gonna get more cramped because I'm bonus actioning turning into an earth elemental.
Great.
Kallista's not having any of this.
The earthy form of familiar earthy form of Kallista grows and emerges, almost filling up this entire room, bumping her head on the ceiling of this room. Is that all Kallista will do for her turn? That's it. All right. It is the creature's turn. Its eyes begin to glow with yellow, and two beams kind of like shoot out of its eyes towards Riled. He needs to make a saving throw against this. This is a Constitution save for Riled, as he is trying to... The beams actually strike him, and he holds up his arm. And this is con save? Oh yeah, he has a +6 on this. This might be good for him. Unfortunately, that is not going to do it. Riled, as these beams like shoot to him and start kind of encasing him in this yellow energy, stops moving. And is just stationary.
Okay.
And then the creature uses its movement to clamber up next to Kallista and Riled. Like a robotic spider, just step after step. Really quickly. That ends its turn. Brings us to Ashlyn.
How far away is it? Like, if I was on the top of my tower, and then down from my tower, and then around the house to it.
So you're running outside, down, and then around?
Yeah.
So you said your tower was about 60 feet high?
Yep.
So 60, we'll say 70 out of bed. Probably about 100 feet for you.
Okay. So what if I spent the 10 feet to get out of bed and go to the window?
Okay.
Fell prone, which is 60 feet, right?
Yeah, 60 feet. Yeah, so you're gonna jump out the window?
Yeah, I'm just gonna fall.
Okay.
Because falling is a free action.
Oh, it is. It is.
Dropping prone. So I'm gonna fall out the window for 60 feet, which I can do. Because I can take up to 65 feet of
without taking damage?
Fall damage, yeah.
So you
So
just land, and it doesn't
60
even...
foot,
You
yeah.
put a dent in the ground, and it doesn't even phase you.
Pretty much. I'm gonna get up. Oh man, it would cost movement to get up.
It does cost half of a movement to stand up. It does.
Oh, because I want to run dash. Could I get there if I ran dash? I want to just run there and dash, and then punch him. But if I can't do that,
How
then I
much
guess I'll just
movement
run
if you
dash.
run and dash? How much is movement is that? I mean,
130 feet.
130? Yeah, you can run dash. The problem that you're going to have is the butt of the spider. The spider moved into the room, so it's no longer under a moonbeam. When you're going in there, you'll have to walk through a moonbeam.
Oh.
To get into that spot. You could do it. You just might take a little bit.
I just can't.
Moonbeam damage.
I would take moonbeam damage. I can't do that.
Yeah.
Crap.
Or you could stand outside the moonbeam, and if you've got a ranged attack, you could make a ranged attack against it.
Yeah, but it would hit Molfin, I think so.
It could hit anybody.
Do it anyway. Molfin can take it. Just do it if you want to do it.
Oh no. Fine. I'll go into the. Well, that's ending my turn in the. Right.
Not if you do something ranged that you're worried is going to hit me.
No, you can actually move right through the moonbeam and end your turn outside of the moonbeam, but you still, I think by passing through it, you take damage.
Yeah, when you enter the spell's area for the first time.
So you'll take one set of moonbeam damage, possibly. If you...
Fine. Is that 43?
It'd be 43.
Or I can roll again.
Do you make a con save?
Yeah, you make a con save. Yeah, you make a con save to see if you can.
Actually, no, it's still the same round, so yeah, it would be 43.
Yes.
I re-roll it.
That's fine. Okay, I failed that. So I'll take
you take 43
Sorry, Ashlyn.
points of radiant damage is straight through this searing moonbeam that's sitting outside the room.
I love my past. Alright, you might have to heal me, Kallista.
She's a rock.
You guys watch Ashlyn just jumps out of the moon, like through the moonbeam into the room. Sizzling a little bit. And she jumps in.
Ouch! Ouch! Okay.
And you can get right up to the back of the spider. You see a massive mechanical spider standing in the room. Riled seems to be held stationary by some kind of weird magical energy, and Kallista's and now her earth elemental form looks like she's ready to pound this thing.
Okay. So if I can Run dash dash. That's it. That's all I can do. Run dash dash.
Okay, so you're just there. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to flank with the rock elemental if I can.
You can, yeah. You are.
Yeah, that's fine.
Perfect.
Okay, that's fine.
And that brings us to Diana.
Oh, I'll take patient defense if I can when the key point.
Spend a key point for patient defense. You got it.
Yes.
Okay.
In 30 feet, would I be able to get downstairs and get to Riled?
Probably not 30 feet. You're looking at probably like the same as Molfin. You're probably looking at about 60 feet. So like 2 movements to get to the doorway. Because you got to go outside of your room and then down the steps. Or if you wanted to, you could go out your balcony and jump off the balcony. Because his room is right under yours.
Would that be within 30 feet?
Are you trying to like figure out if you want to cast a spell? Does it have to be within 30
Yeah.
feet? If you get...
No, it's I think it's touch based.
You have to be able to touch him.
Yeah, I need to be close enough to touch Riled, I think.
It would cost you probably 10 feet to get to the balcony. If you did what Ashlyn did and just fall off the first floor, you slam there, go through Kallista's moonbeam. You could get there, but you would take falling damage, and you would take moonbeam damage, perhaps. Or you could just go the
Not
steps.
worth it, man.
Don't do it.
I run and I dash 60 feet and I go the safe way so I can get to the front of the door.
You don't
Yeah,
have to. I
actually.
mean, you don't have to. Do what you want to do.
No,
Yeah,
it's
do what Diana would
Yeah.
do.
I do the safe way.
Oh, I forgot I had a longbow. God damn it.
And
Oh,
as
well.
a bonus action, I will cast Spiritual Weapon.
Okay. And you're casting it towards right next to the creature?
Sorry, I didn't mean to throw it. I didn't mean to throw a score out there. So I thought it would list the spell.
Yeah, Larry and
But yeah, I'm
Chad,
casting it next to
Larry and Chad,
attacks
it is
on the first
a
turn.
large creature. And here, I'll try to put it on the camera without kind of revealing too much of it. But that's what it looks like.
Ooh.
Cool.
Mechanical spider.
I think
Um,
Kristy knows what this is, but I don't want to hide again.
I have no idea what this is, and I'm horrified of it because I'm afraid of spiders.
Yep, me too.
So now I'm going to
spiritual weapon attacks with a 14? Is that what that is? Is that your attack roll?
spiritual weapon.
I
can
think
attack
that's
on
what
the
it
first
is.
turn. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or is that
So yeah, your spiritual weapon can attack, and it does. Unfortunately, the magical energy, it seems to just deflect off of this armor of this creature. A 14 is not going to do it.
okay?
But your glowing, bright, radiant mace is now floating next to it. All right.
Nice.
That brings us to Riled.
Real quick, Michael.
Yeah.
Can I roll my portents for this morning now? Because I didn't think to do.
Yeah,
that
go.
when we were-
Yeah, go ahead. We'll wreck on that. Yeah, go ahead.
That's it.
Riled is currently... Oh, it can make a saving throw on the end of its turns. Riled is currently paralyzed. So he's going to go ahead at the end of his turn. He's going to try to remake the Constitution save to get out of the paralysis, which he does not. He stays encased in this magical energy, completely still like a statue. That brings us to Lachlan.
Oh, blow some dust off the oath bow. Swift death to those who have wronged me.
Oh, you calling out that you calling it out?
Ooh.
I am activating on
Activating.
Nice.
Oh.
Yeah,
Nice.
Activating the
teacher.
oath bow.
this thing. My sensei. Yeah.
The oath bow
Oh.
seems to be pleased that it now once again gets to have a favored enemy.
Yeah, we will slate your lust for vengeance here. So I'm gonna fire the oath bow at it.
Fire the oath bow. A 28
28.
strikes a weak
Nice.
spot in the armor above one of its legs and goes. You watch as sparks
Alright.
and a little bit of electrical energy goes at that part where you hit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Electricity coming out of a metal thing. This is crazy. All right, so I'll do my normal damage, and then I also have my.
Wow. God, why do we even fight anymore?
Wait,
Put Lachlan in.
that looks wrong.
No, you
never
just
mind.
rolled
No.
5 6s. on
You
your
rolled
sneak attack.
5
Oh,
6s
wow.
and
You
2
rolled
1s.
nasty.
Wait, we have to take away the poison. There was a poison arrow in there that I.
Oh,
so that's
fire. I didn't call
-6.
out.
the -6.
Yeah,
so it'd be
-6,
40
yeah,
point
yeah.
minus. So it's just 40. You know. So you did a total of 48 damage on that attack. Yeah, this thing seems to it jerks its head over towards your direction, but then seems to just cast a couple glances. You can see the eyes seem to change color from purple to yellow to blue to yellow again, and then they just keep on like changing colors. It's almost like they're rotating, kind of like LEDs that keep on changing colors. And then it rotates its head back to look right at Riled once again.
Ugh.
I don't like this thing. Nope. And turn.
And turn. Molfin. You're on top of this thing.
Okay.
Things are getting chaotic.
Okay, and seeing Molfin, yeah. Seeing Lachlan just nail this thing, Molfin's gonna reach again, just reach up, haste his action, one more attempt to punch the thing in the head.
Okay, make your attack.
Why?
Because, I can only use this other action for a physical attack or like to run away. I have another
Okay.
plan for my regular action.
Okay.
But I'm up here.
Yeah,
so
I think haste has limitations on the attacks on what you can.
That's a 17. I don't think a 17 will hit.
Oh.
Man, this thing is made out of rock solid metal, or just solid metal.
Yeah.
Okay. And Molfin's gonna look and not even gonna bother teleporting. He's just gonna sort of jump off the front of the thing
Okay.
and walk over to Lachlan.
Okay. It is going to try to stab you as you walk away in the back with one of its forelegs. Does haste give you any kind of benefit
Gives
against?
me a boost to the AC.
Oh, just a boost to the AC? Okay. So it is going to try to stab you with its foreleg. So here it comes.
Okay.
It's going to roll a 14. I don't think that's going to be
And that
enough.
is gonna miss.
It's going to miss.
Nope.
Yep. It strikes the ground next to you as you move your way out of its range.
And as that happens, Molfin's gonna reach into his pocket, pull out a small stone and some dust, and then whip his hand back and point his own hand, not the hand of Vecna.
Okay.
Okay.
And that thing needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity saving throw. You got it. Here it comes its save. A 9.
And that
Oh, wait. That's Riled. Sorry.
I would love that to be.
He's got a little bit better of a dex save. Let's see how he does. A 20.
Okay, so he makes his save.
I'm going to separate Riled's character sheet from his a little bit so I don't click on that again. I apologize.
Let's see. Yeah, so is everyone. Let me just see. It just misses. As you watch, a green ray springs from Molfin's hand and just sails off into the darkness.
Goes through the moonbeam outside. Anything else, Molfin?
Oh, just sort of shaking his head a little bit.
Have you moved all the way back to where Lachlan is standing at the doorway?
No, just enough to get out of melee range.
Okay, so about 10 feet away from him.
Yeah, and actually, after seeing that and seeing Kallista trying to put herself in front of Riled, Molfin's going to sort of prop up as much as he can right beside this earth elemental
Okay.
to create this, hideously mismatched wall. Trying to block this
in
thing
front
from
of-
getting to Riled.
Getting around? Sure. Kallista, it's your turn.
Is this thing still focused on Riled?
Looks like he's looking past you. As much as it can, considering you're a giant earth elemental.
I suppose it would be an action to pick him up, huh? Pick up Dad?
Probably in this instance, with how jam-packed this room is right now. Basically, turning into the earth elemental has destroyed the guest bed. Your feet are starting to go a little bit because there's a basement underneath you, and you weigh a massive amount of pounds as an earth elemental, and you could go right into Molfin's secret lair downstairs.
Uh-oh.
Molfin's like, don't you do it.
Is there a ward on it?
You don't know.
Oh, there's probably
Which
a
means
ward on it.
probably.
Yeah. Crap.
I mean, it's Molfin.
Yeah, you can't do that. It'll do something.
Save Spider Dad. Run away.
I'm so torn right now.
Save Spider Dad. We'll deal with this thing.
Yeah. Oh, damn it.
We've got this.
Lachlan's
Good.
super confident coming out of retirement.
Yeah.
His brief
Okay.
30-day retirement.
Yeah.
Okay. Where do I go? Where do I go? I'm sorry. I'm having a mental breakdown right now.
Yes, Larry Sanders, Vecna's hand is in this campaign. It is currently being wielded by our gnome wizard.
Your 370-odd-year-old, somewhat sociopathic.
Yeah.
gnome wizard.
Dad's the priority right now, so yeah, it's stupid because I've wasted it, but this is what Kallista thinks she needs to do.
Okay.
So, oh God, I hate this so much. Force my hand, Michael. I'm going back up against Dad.
Okay. It's already
Grab his hand.
it's already expended its reaction, so it cannot make any opportunities against you.
Okay. Grab his hand. Drop Earth Elemental and cast Teleport again with Riled.
Okay.
I'm going to my room.
To your room. Okay.
My room.
You grab Raud. You guys watch Kallista disappear. Raud is gone too.
Before I do, I would yell like, "I'll be back. Give me a minute." Less than a minute. Keep him distracted.
Yep. Kallista and Raud vanish. Molfin, you recognize the spell.
Kallista's never done that before.
Huh.
Kallista, you're in your room with Raud. Raud still seems to be paralyzed. He is completely motionless.
so-
Suck.
I don't think I can do anything else currently.
Mhm.
But yeah, I think that's my turn because I use my bonus action to drop my wild shape and my action to teleport.
Okay.
So that's my turn
Okay.
for now. Yeah.
All right. We go to the mechanical spider. He's got to make a D6 roll to see if his thing recharges. On a 1, it does not. He's going to look around the room frustratedly. Head's moving back and around. Turns around towards the hole in the wall. Sees Ashlyn is blocking its path. He's going to go ahead and make two four-leg attacks against Ashlyn. And then turns over and looks back. And Molfin is the first person that it sees. And is going to fire a force beam at Molfin out of its
Can I
eyes.
cast Warding Flare as a reaction?
As it's moving
Oh, you can.
As it's moving to
Okay, I
Ashlyn,
cast Warding Flare.
Okay.
Range.
Uh-huh. What was that?
As it's moving to attack Ashlyn, is it leaving my range?
Well,
or no?
you had backed out of its melee range, remember? So
Right, I get backed out, but then I came back to stand up beside.
oh yeah, if
Kallista.
you're there, yeah, it's leaving your range. Well, no, wait, Ashlyn was right up against it, so it hasn't moved yet.
Okay.
So it actually, you know what? This force beam requires a saving throw on your part. I need a dexterity saving throw, Molfin.
Alrighty then.
And here's the two four-leg attacks against Ashlyn. That's a 25 on the first,
Does that hit?
and a 31 critical hit on the second
I
one.
might be
Oh
down.
no!
I might be down.
So the first four-leg attack does 16 slashing damage, And the second one, that's the critical hit, does 17 plus 7. 24 points of slashing damage as this thing goes and just bashes you with these 2 forelegs. You're stunned and you wobble a little bit backwards, but you regain your composure.
That's an 18.
That's
for my saving throw because I am hasted.
You are hasted, so it's an 18. That will be enough. You do take half the damage, unfortunately, on this. That is 5d10. You're going to take half damage. So let me see if I can get 5d10s up here real quick. Here comes some force damage, only a 20. So you only take 10 points of force damage from these purple and blue beams that shoot out of its eyes towards you. Ashlyn, it then, after attacking you, shifts like around you and starts clambering to the hole in the wall about 20 feet away.
Is concentration still up on the moonbeam?
Yep.
Well,
yep, it's going to go through the moonbeam.
Okay.
So it's leaving my threat range?
It's leaving your threat range. It's leaving Ashlyn's threat range. It's leaving Diana's spiritual weapon threat range.
So I need it to make a dexterity
Does a
saving
spiritual weapon get a attack of opportunity, or is it only like a standard melee attack from a person? I don't think a spiritual weapon does.
Yeah, it's not a creature.
Yeah, it's not a creature. That's right. Constitution save?
No, I need a dexterity save before it even gets that far because I have Warcaster now. So this bitch is getting a spell through.
Oh, nice. Dexterity saving throw from the creature at 23.
23. No, it makes it.
Makes it.
This thing.
As everyone watches, as a sphere of force tries to form around it, and it just seems to break out of it.
Okay, so the magic takes no effect on this creature as it seems to be ignoring you, Molfin, and just moving towards the hole in the wall. The retriever makes a constitution saving throw against the moonbeam and succeeds with a 27.
So it takes half.
Takes half of 32. So it's another 16 points of damage. Let me get my handy-dandy calculator out. As it seems to melt and smoke from some of the moonbeam as it begins to climb the wall of the house and out of your line of sight. Those of you in the room. That ends its turn and brings us to Ashlyn, who's now profusely bleeding from the chest.
Yep, I am looking pretty rough.
Don't wander too far so I can heal.
Is it going up the side of the wall? Like, I would be able to tell that at least.
Yeah, like you watch it go through the moonbeam, go to the right a little bit, and then you can hear like its feet like sticking into the boards of the wall. It's like sticking itself into the wall and climbing up the wall of the house.
I like this house. God damn it. This is why we don't have nice things. Can I hold my action until after I know Diana's gonna heal upstairs?
I think you can hold an action. You can't. I don't think you can hold your entire turn.
Okay, I can't.
Well, she
what's it
could
called?
hold her turn to the end of the initiative.
Yeah,
order
like
if
delay
she
it.
wanted.
You could delay it. Yeah, you could delay it. You could switch with Diana in this instance.
Okay, that's what I'll do.
You guys are both 9 anyway, so.
So I'll. Oh, thank you.
Ugh,
Wow, I feel
goodness.
Oh!
Instantly, you feel the warmth of Ilmater patch your wounds.
I do like Ilmater.
Though there's some blood stains still on your armor and your clothes, you feel way better now.
Okay. Cool. Could I make it up the stairs and near the window in 65 feet?
Oh yeah, definitely. It's
Okay.
It's only probably about 20 feet up, where it looks like it's looking in the window of. Basically, it's getting ready to climb over the balcony of Diana's room.
Okay. So can I be in the doorway looking at it, kind of thing?
You want to climb up the side of the wall?
No, I wouldn't go in.
Through the house.
Yeah, into the house.
Yeah,
Into
just
the
go
house.
up the
And up the
wall.
wall? Or you want to go outside and then up the wall?
Outside so I can have a view on it.
You will be going through the moonbeam again.
Oh, crap.
Dang moonbeam.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, I didn't know.
Go the long way around, please.
Okay, I'll go the long way around.
Okay.
Alright, so
So it'd be
can I
about
run dash?
30,
here?
60 up steps into the hallway. And probably an additional 20 feet to get to Diana's room.
Okay, I'll spend a key point to get to Diana's room, but I want my can I still have action?
You use your movement to go how many feet?
65.
Oh, you can go 65? Oh, yeah. Yeah. You were at the doorway of Diana's room.
Okay, so I will spend a key point to take the dash action,
Okay.
and then I'll still have an action point.
Okay.
Action to take. So I'm pissed, so I'm gonna, for the first time, or second time ever, cast Lightning Strike.
Okay.
Because I'm putting, maybe Ashlyn wouldn't know that metal is bad for lightning, but I don't know. I think I would cast it anyway because I'm pretty mad.
Okay. Sure. So you're using the staff and it starts to glow with this blue energy and it shoots a lightning bolt through the glass of the window of Diana's door to the balcony.
Whoa.
Oh, shatters the glass. Diana, you can hear the glass of your doorway and your balcony
Diana!
shattering as
Oh,
lightning.
that sounded expensive.
Dexterity save. That's a DC 17. It rolls a 17.
Oh, okay.
So it takes half of 39, which is 9. Is that right? 19?
Yep.
That's what I got. 19 points of lightning damage as this thing starts to go. You can see the lightning kind of zapping all through it. It seems like it stutters a little bit, almost falls off the balcony, regains its composure, and starts going kind of clambering up towards the balcony. Anything else you'd like to do, Ashlyn?
No, I'm just gonna stand there at the ready.
Okay. Diana, you've already gone by casting heal.
Oh,
Did you want
crap.
to move?
I took the dodge action last time. It should have made those with.
Oh, it should have made those with disadvantage. You were right. Let's
Never mind. I'll keep that in mind for this turn.
Yeah, because it would have definitely missed you probably both times. Yeah, that's my fault too.
No, I forgot. Okay, I'm gonna take the patient defense again.
Okay. You spent a key point
Okay.
to get up there, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
right,
Did you
right.
use your
Okay.
does the
More than
step
one.
does the step of the wind count as your bonus action though? That's the question.
No.
Because I think patient defense counts as a bonus action too.
Doesn't say. Just says spend one key point to take the dash action for the turn. Oh, jumping distance is doubled for the turn. Says one key point to take the disengage or dash action.
And
There we
doesn't say anything about a bonus action?
Nope.
Okay, fine. Yeah, you're good. Monks.
Okay. Cool.
I know there's some that specify bonus action, like Flurry of Blows. Is like
Yeah,
it
no,
consumes
patient
your bonus
defense
action.
doesn't either.
Cool.
So I'm just gonna do that.
Hey.
Okay.
That's awesome. I want to be a monk.
Yeah, I know. I think in a level or two I stop eating, and I can't. I don't need food.
What?
I don't need food or
Yeah, you
stop eating.
don't need food or water. Like immune to poison and stuff.
Yeah,
As if you're not already elven and gonna live forever anyways.
I know. That's why I was asking how old the dragon was.
Diana,
Like, like-
you cast heal. You still have a bonus action and a movement left if you'd like to use it on your turn.
Yeah,
I will
thank you.
use my movement to go back the way I came and head upstairs.
So you're about
Where
half.
everyone else is going.
You got about halfway up the stairs with your 30 feet of movement.
Alright, wherever everyone else is going, that's where I'm going. I'm going halfway up the stairs.
Can you move your spiritual weapon on a bonus action?
Yes,
Yeah, I
but
think
I
up to
think
20 feet.
only 20
feet.
feet.
Do you want
So
it to
it's still
kind
10
of? Do you want it to
behind
follow
me.
you? So it's about 10 foot behind
Yeah,
you.
it can follow me.
It's at the bottom of the steps.
Alright.
Just floating, a floating mace.
I mean, she could have just flew above the balcony, couldn't she? Like,
She
go down.
could.
you're
Would that
right,
be
you're
faster?
right.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I think there's a certain range it has to be
Let's
away
do
from
it.
you, but I don't think you'll ever be out of that range here at the house.
I think it's 30 feet
Mhm.
or 60. Pythagorean theorem, I don't know.
Yeah, I can't do any of that math. I'll just say you're fine. I'm very generous when it comes to like theater of the mind stuff because I'm not doing all that algebra.
Oh yeah, it's 60 feet. Sorry, I had to like click
60
the
feet,
thing when
it's-
I was trying to.
That's fine. You can make it actually float up.
Okay, it
The
floats
side
up.
of the- Yep, sure. That brings us to Riled, who is still paralyzed. He's going to try to make a saving throw to get out of it, which is also Constitution. So here's his saving throw. Kallista, he begins to move again. Where am I? And he looks around and he says, "Oh, it's your room."
It's after you.
It's after me.
Yeah.
Oh, this is not good.
Stay here.
He grips the staff of power a little tighter. And, yeah, I will, my dear. And that brings us to Lachlan.
All right. I'm gonna run out the hole in the wall. Am I passing through any moonbeams or anything?
You are.
Okay.
That's a Constitution save as it begins to sizzle your flesh. And it's awkward because it looks so pretty. It looks like behind Kristy, that beautiful pink and purple light that she's got behind her. It looks like that. You know, it's like why wouldn't anybody want to walk through this? And then it just burns and sears.
Yep.
32.
32 points of radiant damage.
Alrighty. I'm never sleeping here again. Do I have a clear shot on the thing that's crawling up the side of the house?
You can see its thorax kind of hanging off the back. So yeah, you could take a shot. Okay.
Alrighty.
It's your favorite enemy, so I think you have advantage on it.
Advantage, yeah.
So that's give it. Oh no!
Let's see how this thing goes.
Why does
Critical
Lachlan even
hit.
have a... No one's done damage on him, but, like,
Yeah.
Lachlan and...
Oh my goodness! Critical hit. Go
Good thing
ahead.
I came over tonight.
And you got
damage.
sneak attack because you have advantage on the roll.
Fuck.
Is this real life? Is this real life?
Whoa!
What? Oh god!
5, 84,
The oath bow breaks.
88 points of damage.
88 points of damage. This thing strikes the center of the thorax in the back. Like right up the old tailpipe. and it's just like the arrow gouges itself almost to the feathers inside this thing. And it just starts to go.
It's like a censored bar.
It's shocking electrical energy all through it. It seems to almost stutter a little bit. It falls a little bit to the side, and it starts to smoke. But it's still like moving its left side appendages. And still clambering its way onto the balcony.
All right, then the last that was my action and my move. Then I'm gonna blow some of the dust off my spider gloves and just start climbing up the wall after with my bonus action, my cunning dash.
You get about 10 feet up. You need about another 10 feet to get over the edge of the balcony. So you're about halfway up to where you need to go.
Cool, end turn.
All right. Molfin, you're up.
Oh, okay. Well, shaking my head at the idiot that I just saw run through the moonbeam. I'm then gonna follow suit.
It smells like sausage.
Why am I doing more damage to my party members than the creature?
This is the way
Your party's stupid.
This is the way D&D is supposed to be, folks. you hurt your friends more than you hurt the enemy.
You take half.
He takes half.
Half of
What was it? 32.
32. I
so-
haven't started my
Yeah.
turn yet, so it's still the same.
16 points of radiant damage as Molfin now gets a little bit fried and singed through the beautiful purple and pink light.
So, and looking up at this thing, do I think this thing has any sort of intelligence? Like, it seems to be working with purpose going after.
You've never seen anything like it, so I would say you're probably... I mean, it does seem to have... It does... I mean, your basic insight tells you it's definitely got a purpose. But you're not sure if it's intelligent or not. Or if it's run by somebody else's intelligence or something else. You're not really sure.
Okay, Molfin's gonna look over at Lachlan and just say, something happens, just do your best.
Lachlan's halfway up the wall, by the way. He's like,
I think I could look down at him.
Grips? Just looking down.
Yeah, Babs.
Oh, he just sort of scratch his head. Let the dice decide.
Oh no.
I always love
Gramps,
it.
what are you doing down there?
I always love it when
Gramps?
Matthew lets the dice decide.
Yeah.
Okay.
16. Huh?
So, looking up at this thing, you said it's just starting to crawl over the balcony?
Yeah, you can still see it. You can see the tail end of it.
Okay.
It doesn't have any movement left, so it hasn't been able to move out of there yet.
Perfect. Starting right in front of it. Like, panels from the sky. Molfin starts casting a wall of force.
Oh, you're gonna box it in, huh?
And I am going to box it literally on the way. So is it like crawling over, or is it still heading vertical?
It's like
Like
if you imagine a
if
balcony
I-
that has like a railing, it's like climbing over the railing. It's about halfway over the railing. So its backside is hanging over the railing on the outside, and the front of it is like on the balcony.
So I've got 10 walls, 4 going in front of it,
Okay.
4 going on top of it,
Okay.
2 on either side. So basically it's going to be 40 foot long,
Mm-hmm.
10 foot deep, 10 foot over its head to prevent it from going further.
Going further forward. So the only way it can go is backwards.
You got to come back towards me now.
Oh, nice. So this wall, of what kind of glow would this wall? Is it invisible or does it have like a glow? Oh, it's an invisible wall.
It
Yeah.
is invisible. So it's any like Lachlan, as he's climbing up the wall, Molfin's done this in front of him before.
Mhm.
So everyone sort of a faint shimmer for a sec. Well, the 3 of us, this creature, and the 2 of us will see it. No one else is around yet. Oh, actually, Ashlyn is.
Mhm.
Ashlyn would see the faint shimmer as well, but then
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And it fades out into an
and
invisible.
then it just fidgets. It's just completely invisible.
And you guys have probably seen Molfin do this before.
I don't know if Ashlyn was there when I did that to the. Last time I
giant.
did it was the what?
The
You
big-
did
the
the
giant,
hill
right?
giant. You did it to the hill giant. Remember
I
when you
forgot.
guys
it's
did the
made out of
microwave and
Yeah,
you trapped
like-
Kallista
Yeah,
inside with it?
Yep.
I was thinking prior to that, I was thinking Iron Slag. I forgot about the Hill Giant.
Mhm.
Microwave oven.
Microwave.
So I would know that you were boxing it one way, right?
Yeah, you basically see the shimmer in front of it and over the top of it, probably.
Okay. All right. But
Given I
not
don't
the
know how
back
wide
end, right?
The back end is still exposed. Like its butt is still out and exposed. to
I'm
me
just
now.
trying to hit it.
Yeah, basically he's blocked you from being able to hit it too.
I'm trying to stop it from destroying the house.
That too.
Yeah, it's wrecking the place. Kallista, that brings us to you. If you're when Molfin, was your turn over, or do you still have more?
Yep, that's it.
Okay,
Nope, that's it.
gotcha. Kallista, you are up.
So I will use my movement to leave my room and shut the door behind me.
Okay. Slams the door. That would probably been about 10 feet of your movement. So down the hall is going to be another 20. You can get in the room you can get basically to the doorway, right where Ashlyn's standing.
Because it's right across from mine, right?
It's down the hall, like it's on the opposite side of the house. You have to pass 2
Oh,
rooms.
Diana's on the opposite side.
Yeah,
of
because you guys both wanted a balcony, so
Okay.
you're on one side of the house, she's on the other, and there's 2 rooms in between you guys.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So yeah, I will, I guess, hearing the commotion, run, and seeing them in the doorway, I would run to the doorway.
Okay. You see the spider creature trying to clamber up over the balcony. The window of the doorway that leads out to the balcony is completely shattered out. Glass just laying all over the floor. The creature looks like it's struggling to get over the balcony. It's got these strange, like, you're like watching it and just like blue lightning energy just kind of like runs through it, and sparks kind of fly off of different arrows that are sticking out of it. Its head like bobbles aggressively as these sparks are flying out of it.
Is there a way for me, because I'm not sure if I would know that Molfin casts the spell, but this is what Kallista would think to do,
Yeah, you probably have.
to maneuver the moonbeam without hitting my party again.
Okay, so you want to move it over the creature?
Yeah, without hitting my party.
Okay, sure, you can do that.
So I don't know if that
You can do that.
goes to the wall of force.
Wall of force probably will probably stop it from going down on top of it, correct?
Yeah, it's. I don't think.
I don't think Moonbeam goes through it.
Nothing can physically pass through. It's immune to all damage and can't be dispelled.
Okay. Yeah, so as you move your Moonbeam with your action over top of it, it seems like there's something on top of it preventing from the Moonbeam from coming through. There's like an invisible ceiling or force field of some sort. It could be protecting itself.
So yeah, that's my turn. That's all I can do.
Okay. Its turn. It begins to walk forward. It runs into this wall. Not sure what to do. It turns to the side. Runs into a wall. Turns around and goes the only way that it can. Back out of the wall. Right towards Lachlan. And since Lachlan is the first person that it can see, it's going to unleash its attacks against Lachlan. And it's also going to shoot... Oh, actually, wait a second. It has to roll a d6 to see if it recharges.
Oh, no.
Another one.
The dice like Lachlan tonight.
It is going to fire another force beam at Molfin down below. And it's going to make 2 4-leg attacks against Lachlan climbing up. So I need a dexterity saving throw for Molfin as these colored lights come shooting down out of its eyes. And that's going to save. So I'm going to have the 5d10s once again, and you'll take half damage of force damage. Here they come. 37 this time. So half of 37. 18 points of force damage. And here comes the 2 4-leg attacks.
All right.
To Lachlan. First one is going to be a 25 to hit.
That hits.
Second one is going to be a 19 to hit.
That hits.
All right. So 4-leg one is 14 slashing.
Okay.
And 20 slashing for the second one as these strike down on you. Make a strength save for me, please.
Gotcha.
Oh,
nat 20 minus 1.
Yeah, you're stuck to the wall. Very good with your gloves, and you do not fall. One of your hands slips for a moment as your blood is like spewing out of you now, and you're able to regain your composure. It uses the rest of its movement to move past you, Lachlan.
Okay.
Down to the ground.
Provoke. I guess I can't opportunity attack with a bow. So yeah.
Yeah, you kind of got your bow wielded right now.
Yeah.
It's gonna go down basically by Molfin. Make a sharp right hand turn and start heading like it's going around the house. It moved you out of your threat range. Yes.
Okay, what do I have prepared that I can?
Shoryuken.
You know what? I think this qualified. Let me just look up a quick Warcaster because I think all it specifies that it can only target the one thing. You can use your reaction to make opportunity attack to cast a spell, casting time of 1 action, and targets only the creature.
Yeah, it has to be a single creature targeting and 1 action.
Just check my. And this thing is looking wrecked, right?
It looks pretty messed up. Yeah, it's like every now and then after a couple steps, it just goes. It almost like has like a mini electric shock seizure kind of thing, and then just keeps on going.
Okay. So is that one? I'm just gonna see what I've got prepared. I'm gonna go with an old classic. I'm just. Yeah, Kallista's not around to knock me. Kallista's not around to knock me out of it, so I am going to try to Ray of Frost it.
Okay. Make your attack.
That's an 11.
11 does not hit.
Oh.
Goes flying off.
+10.
A +10. The ray of frost just goes flying over the creature and just disappears into the distance. That brings us to Ashlyn.
Okay, is there any way I can get to it this round? Like, I don't even know where it is.
The problem is there is a wall of force that you saw, and you know that basically you can't get out onto the balcony now.
Oh, okay. It's all the way up to the
Yeah.
edge of the balcony.
Yeah.
Well, damn it.
Did Molfin call out to let us know that it was going around?
Molfin can't really see up there, so he's not really sure like what's going on.
Okay.
I would have seen the shimmer, apparently.
You would have seen it. Callista wouldn't have, because she was still in her room when it happened.
I kicked my dog.
I meant,
no!
he called out that the spider had moved
Roll
around
attack.
the house, not the force field.
I would have noticed and mentioned something, I guess. I can mention something now. I think Uncle Molfin cast a wall of force because I see an invisible wall now.
Yeah,
Wait, no,
Ashlyn
that
and
doesn't
Kallista,
make
you would have
sense.
saw the creature trying to move forward, and then turn around and walk back down the wall. It would have disappeared out
No,
of your
my-
line
my-
of sight, but it would have.
No, my question was, would Molfin let us know that it was going around the other side of the house? Not about the force field.
I don't know if I would have been able to yell anything out as part
Okay,
of my
that's fine.
reaction.
It's fine.
And actually, I have to check something because I don't even think I technically got that reaction. I just realized Wall of Force is concentration.
Oh, true. Yeah.
Yeah, when spell ends, oh no, it's
Ray of Frost
move
isn't
or take
concentration.
action. So apparently I still have bonus actions, but I can't take an action.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't say anything about reactions or bonus actions, though.
What do you mean?
His
You know when you
haste-
maintain concentration, you can use
Oh.
a spell that's not concentration.
Right, so Wall of Force is concentration, and
Oh.
Haste is concentration.
So
And-
you would have lost your haste.
Oh, I understand.
You would have lost haste when you cast the wall.
Right, so when spell
understand.
ends,
Yeah.
target can't move or take actions till after its next turn.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh.
Yeah, so you're basically super tired.
Hungover.
Yeah, you kind of
Yeah,
like
but it's-
Like
But I
Lachlan
still
last
don't
night.
So do I still have bonus action or reaction? Because it doesn't say I lose those.
you'd still have your reaction then. If it doesn't specifically say you lose it, you'd still have your reaction.
Okay. That's... Could be... Would I still have my bonus action?
Would
Would that be considered...
When the spell ends, the target can't move or take actions.
Right.
I think it's implied that basically you have to stay put, stay still, and do nothing for a turn. I think that's what that implies.
Mhm. Okay.
Take actions means pretty much all the actions, I think.
So
Right.
literally, yeah.
So
yeah, the
you
Molfin-
have one turn of basically you're exhausted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So Molfin didn't say anything, didn't take that reaction. He's just...
Gotcha.
Yeah, he probably wouldn't be
Gotcha.
able to say anything at his point. He's just catching his breath.
Gotcha. Yep.
All right, Ashlyn.
I am going to walk down the stairs
Okay.
and say, apparently the fight is moving. And I'm gonna go past Diana, and I'm gonna try to find, well, how to, I guess, go through the wall again? Like, what would be the quickest way out?
You can go through the wall again, yeah.
Okay.
You're going to have to use probably 2 movements to get to the creature
Okay. Okay.
from where you are,
So-
because you're a monk and you have
Alrighty.
ridiculous walking speed.
Yes.
Anybody else would take him like 2 or 3 turns.
Okay. So, movement action. I can't do anything else. Okay, that's fine.
So you just get to the creature? Yeah, it
Yep.
looks like it's hobbling. It looks like its way was blocked, so it's trying to find another route.
Okay.
Okay.
That's fine.
All right, Diana.
And I did verify reactions are still able to be taken. It's only actions and bonus actions.
Oh, really? It says that? Okay. Cool. So
per Crawford.
So
on Twitter.
you reached out with the last bit of energy you had and shot that ray of frost, but it's because you were so weak that you just had terrible aim. Diana. So you're starting to walk back up the stairs, and Ashlyn just rushes by you, back past you, and says, "Going back down."
Good Lord. All right. Is there a window perchance between here and there that I could see the little mechanical spider out of?
Unfortunately, probably not right here. You're basically in the center of the house on the steps going up into the main hallway of the upstairs.
Designed this place.
Yes.
No windows in the middle of the house.
Yes.
obviously.
Most of the windows are in the bedrooms and stuff like that.
Okay, and the fastest way out is through the hole in the wall.
The fastest way out from where you are on the steps, yeah, it's about the same distance between the hole in the wall and the front door.
Okay. So if I took my action and my movement to get out of there, would I be able to see the spider and be within 30 feet of it?
Actually, so you're going to move twice? Moving twice would put you right outside the hole in the wall. So you'd be able to see it, you just wouldn't be close to it at this point.
Would I be within 30 feet?
Yes, you'd be within 20 feet of it, yeah.
Oh, yes. Okay, so I use my bonus action to cast Divine Word.
Divine Word. Okay. Is your spiritual weapon concentration?
Yes.
Is it? I couldn't remember if spiritual
Divine
weapon
Word isn't concentration.
Spiritual weapon is not concentration.
Okay, so spiritual weapon
Oh, I
holds.
thought it was.
Cool.
Okay.
One bonus action. Any number of creatures you can see within range. 30 feet. You utter a divine word imbued with the power shaped word. Dawn of creation. Choose any number of creatures. Blah, 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 blah. Charisma saving throw. Creature suffers an effect based on its current hit points.
What?
What?
This is a 7-level spell. Holy crap. Okay, I gotta make a charisma save.
Yes, please.
Here you go.
And we gotta hope
I
it's
love
got
you, but I
less
hope
than
you
50 hit
fail.
Oh,
points, 'cause
wow.
If it has more than 50 hit points, it looks like it doesn't do anything.
Charisma
Yeah, that's
is
the only
not
problem. I
a
hope.
good saving throw for this thing.
Well, it better be.
A
I
4.
mean, he said.
Okay, so
You said it was looking rough.
based
so.
on its current hit points, 50 hit points or fewer, 40 hit points or fewer, 30 hit points or fewer,
Oh, it sends it to its plane of origin?
If
20
Wow.
it's, yeah.
hit points, 20 hit points or fewer, killed instantly, regardless of its hit points.
Oh, but it's the construct. It's not.
Regardless of his current hit points, a celestial, an elemental, a fae, or a fiend fails to save a point of origin.
What?
Wow.
Wow.
That is a pretty freaking cool spell.
So what did I do? Did I do anything to
I
it?
love D&D, folks. I love it.
Did I do anything?
Diana, as you utter this quick divine word to Ilmater,
Babushka.
describe how you destroy it.
Nice.
It only had 18 hit points left.
Whoa.
So you killed it instantly.
Diana, having been fed up with all of this running back and forth, just runs straight to the wall and is like, you know what, babushka, and it just looks at the thing and it just utters the whatever the divine word is, and just
Babushka, apparently.
and yes, babushka, and just stares at it so intensely as it just.
So Ashlyn, you're rushing up to this spider,
Yes.
rushing to the back of it, when all of a sudden from behind you, you hear babushka. And this strange divine glow
something different
seems to
enough.
start beaming out from parts of its plate armor. You can see beams of light shooting out where arrows were embedded into this creature. It starts to have this lightning effect zapping all around it. Lightning bolts seem to be swirling around this creature as it starts to reel back. And all of a sudden, one of its legs just goes flying off. Another leg goes flying off into the distance as it starts to kind of explode from the inside and sends shrapnel just everywhere as this divine light just explodes and metal is just flung all the way around you. You kind of hold your arm in front of it as some of the metal kind of deflects off of your forearm. And you look in front of you and there's just these shards of metal just smoking in front of you on the
Sweet.
ground. And
Look back and-
That's my baby.
And-
That was awesome.
and you guys are out of initiative order.
Wow.
and I'll get the battle music off.
I did something cool.
And we're out
I
of
raced
initiative.
to my room.
Okay.
I race to my room.
You race to your room. Your father is standing there. Looks like he's still trying to catch his breath as you approach.
What the hell was that?
Well, they found us.
No shit.
Yeah. That's they call a retriever, my dear.
Oh. I'm assuming it retrieves things.
Yes, and it also confirms that
Or
things
people.
are a lot worse than I originally expected. It seems that
That
our family has Loth's blessing.
What?
came from the Underdark,
This creature,
or did it come from her?
this creature came from the abyss.
What?
What?
You see, Loth has the ability to trap souls inside of constructs and allow them to do the bidding of, well, those who bid the highest on some of these pieces of merchandise. It seems like it was sent to gather me.
Well, you're not staying here by yourself.
They know we're here. Hey, thank you, Larry Sanders. We appreciate it. He said that was awesome in chat, so way to
Thank
go,
you,
guys.
Larry.
I'm glad. Oh, I'm glad you were quick to think. It could.
I was asleep. It woke me up barely, and it was near your room. I knew instantly I had to be there.
Thank you, and he just reaches out and gives you a big hug.
I hug him back. I'm like vibrating. I'm so angry.
You can tell he's visibly shaking as well as you guys have this embrace. Like he kind of knows how powerful these things can be, and he basically tells you, if you wouldn't have had waken up, you would have woken up in the morning, and I probably would have been gone.
Damn it. Well, she just put her peg a little bit higher on the list. Congratulations.
The order
Want
has
to wait in
shifted.
line, so she budged. I can't fault her for it.
Should put up a sign that says no cutting.
Yeah, really. Is this retriever? Can it like specifically track you, or whoever it's tasked to retrieve? Like, can it just follow you?
As long as they're on the same plane of existence, yes.
Oh, Jesus.
You guys remember when Molfin had magical GPS?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like one of
So
those.
that's
instances.
kind of it's magical GPS.
Oh no. Can Diana go pick up pieces of this now dead mechanical spider and kind of use it as a connection? Go up to her room with her silver mirror and try to scry on whoever sent it. What do you think they do?
I was actually,
Ooh.
when Dad said abyss, I was also gonna go down and see if I can make a tuning fork out of this freaking metal.
Oh, hey!
I take a little bit to spy it.
Now we're thinking. Oh,
I'm
Woo.
just kicking the wreckage.
Said a
Just,
bit.
like, nothing up
Lachlan's
the
just kicking metal. you hit one that you think is gonna just go flying, and it ends up being kind of weighted, and you stub a toe.
I pick that one up and I give Lachlan a dirty look, and then I go to my room to scry.
Okay, let's do Diana's first, and then we'll do Kallista's.
Okay.
Molfin, you're recouping after being kind of drained from your haste. As you watch, Lachlan is basically bouncing, holding one foot out there, going. Ah!
You bested me this time. Next time.
Diana, scrying. You can hear potential
Yes.
creature. Choose.
It says -2 possession or garment. That's what I'm assuming this qualifies as.
But who?
Yeah, it's a -2 to them.
-2 to them. But who exactly are you trying to scry upon?
Whoever sent it.
Whoever sent it.
Oh.
Let's see if a target. How does it specifically specify the target of whoever sent it?
You can see in here a particular creature you choose. It's on the same plane of existence.
Oh, is it not going to be on the same plane of existence because it's on the abyss? Diana doesn't know that. though.
Dinah probably wouldn't know that.
Yeah, she wouldn't know that it's on the abyss.
Okay, so it needs to make a. Is it wisdom save? Yeah, wisdom saving throw. Okay.
See.
Let me peer into my Monster Mignon.
Find the character sheet for
I
it.
need to find the character sheet for who sent it. And then
Oh, no.
I will roll my saving throw, and I will let you know. Where is it at? Where are you, my friend?
So is anyone filling the people outside, or are we all sort of starting to slowly meander?
Oh yeah,
together,
Kallista
or-
would have called you
Yeah,
guys.
you guys can do some role play while I'm looking for this character sheet.
That's- Molfin.
Diana just yells, "I'm back!"
Kallista, if you'd like, I can try to see if I can find anything. I'll do some studying and some research downstairs.
Molfin, I do have a request. Because I'm not sure this is something I could do by myself. You are very practiced in arcane. Do you think, with this body of this creature, do you think you could fabricate it into a tuning fork?
I don't see why I wouldn't be able to. You know,
'Cause this is our key to go get that bitch.
Gonna start playing music or something?
Middle C.
what sort of material am I looking at here? Is it, Mr. DM, is this metal?
It's metal.
It's a give or take. Just give me about 10 minutes. I actually was not planning on battle today, so I still have my fabrication spell prepared. And I'll just sort of take the chunk that Kallista just gave me and start attempting to basically craft it into a rough shape of a tuning fork and see if
Okay.
I don't know if where we said the skeleton of the dragon would be considered material. I'm assuming the metal shell of this construct would fall under the same thing.
Yeah, you can use it as a material. Yeah. Diana, what is your spell save DC for your spell?
18?
Is it 18?
18.
You focus in on concentrating on this metal. You feel like you have a little bit of a connection as you're reaching in. Your mind seems to just... It's almost like as if you have a soul out of body of experience for one moment. As you sink below the surface of the ground, you begin to just lower. You can see stone and darkness all around you. Then you begin to see caves of blue and purple light seem to glisten with fungus and other kinds of what do you call it, phosphorescence, is that the correct word?
Yeah.
Glowing like fungi and things like that. You start to slowly kind of dwindle, and you start to see these what look to be like massive stalagmites and stalactites that reach up and down in a massive cavern. They have windows carved in them. Glowing purple light seems to surround you, and then all of a sudden, something has casted you out. Unfortunately, the saving throw was made, and you weren't able to catch any glimpse.
Throw all my shit on the table and I walk out and I go see Kallista.
How long will it take you
Kallista's
to
just pacing
fabricate?
her bedroom currently.
10 minutes.
10 minutes, okay. Yep. Kallista, are you waiting
Yeah,
on
so
Molfin
Kallista's pacing.
to do that?
Yeah.
Okay. So Diana, you
Pacing back and
approach
forth.
Kallista while it seems like Molfin is trying to do something with his spell with a piece of this metal.
Hi. You got any leads over there with you guys? Been looking at this?
Well, hopefully Molfin can make me something that can take us to the abyss.
I thought that you wanted to go to the other little place.
Oh, I got one of those, yeah. But
Oh,
She
lovely.
she just upped her place on the list, so might as well
Oh,
give her the special treatment and get one.
you know, you think that they would learn not to cut, you know, it's elementary. Are you okay?
Like, you see her, like, side glaring at her dad.
Diana
like,
wraps
she's, like,
Kallista in a
angry,
hug.
worried.
He catches like a little glimpse of this look, and he just quickly turns his eyes away and just.
Diana
And then
sees
just
Kallista
slowly
sigh.
walks away. Just.
Yeah, as he should. Diana, when she sees Callista's sigh, will just like wrap her arms around her shoulders and hold her into a little hug.
Aw.
Yeah. Rub her back, be like, it's gonna be okay.
Diana, your
I'm
mother
waiting for
mother ends
her,
up coming out of the room like in a nightgown, just like walking around.
Mother.
She's just kind of like walking around. What on earth has happened? She's looking around. Oh, the
Go back to
windows.
sleep, we'll fix it.
Mother, just go back to sleep. It'll be fine. We'll
Except
fix
for
everything.
Raw.
Gum Gum is still asleep.
As she
hasn't even
should be,
woken
my peaceful little child. Little angel baby.
up. And you guys are left here. Molfin, your fabricate spell completes, and you have what you think to be a pretty nicely crafted tuning fork. Well, you're not 100% sure what use as a spell component it might do. It'd be difficult to tell until it was actually like attempted.
Yeah, that's fine.
I believe you're muted, Matthew.
Muted.
That's it.
You have a
What
silent
else?
spell.
Silent spell cast upon you.
Yeah.
And Molfin is going to sort of plop down and cast one other spell
Okay.
that he has recently obtained, because I can cast it as a ritual,
Okay.
and try to get some answers.
Hey, thank you, Cam Doggy, for the follow. We appreciate it.
Cam Doggy.
Cam Doggy.
Damn doggy.
Yeah.
Welcome to the stream.
So as Molfin sort of sits down and just starts muttering,
Mm-hmm.
and after a couple of seconds, you watch he just reaches down. No. One of you, and looks up at Kallista. Extraplanar entities.
Oh dear.
Oh!
And is casting contact other plane.
Oh no, he's gonna go crazy like
This is the
Zephyros.
worst combination for Molfin.
Wow.
yeah.
I love this.
Planar entities.
You mentally contact a demigod, the spirit of a long dead sage, or some other mysterious entity from another plane. I think it's strange to break your mind. When you cast a spell, you must make a DC 15 intelligence saving throw. Oh boy. Oh, you do make it.
20.
You do make it. So you keep your sanity.
Nice.
For now.
On a successful save, you can
Sanity.
ask the entity up to 5 questions. You must ask your questions before the spell ends. The GM answers each question with one word, such as yes, no, maybe, never, irrelevant, or unclear. The entity doesn't know the answer to the question. If one-word answer would be misleading, the GM might instead offer a short phrase as an answer. Okay. What are you, Jack, just trying to reach out to, Molfin?
Muted, BB.
God damn. That's what I got for holding another piece of this thing.
Kepler shouts no in chat, and then Jason immediately after is like, yes!
Yes.
So, knowing that this thing came from the abyss, Molfin is reaching out to the abyss. Not sure what he's going to reach there.
Oh
but reaching
no.
out that direction.
Oh.
Perfect.
There are already things out there that Molfin knows he's reached out to things in the abyss before. You know, that's sort of what got Asmodeus talking to him. But
Mhm.
So Molfin's reaching out. First question he asks is, do you know who sent this?
This terrible, sickly, guttural, deep-toned voice rumbles in your mind.
Oh no.
Four more questions.
Each with one word answers.
Mm-hmm.
What are you wearing?
Khakis.
Really, Jake from State Farm.
Okay.
Wow.
Nice.
Wow.
The second question.
That is evil.
Are we able to protect ourselves from detection from this?
Oh no.
Who's he talking to?
We don't know, right?
Nope.
Watch this be another long game, and we'll find out in 100 episodes.
Yeah.
Nope. The player has an idea, but I don't want to, Okay. Third. Is it easy to procure one for myself?
Yeah, why don't you ask?
That's so Molfin.
Yes.
Okay. Fourth question.
How? Yeah.
Can you get me one?
Waste of my time.
Fifth and
Meaning
final
you could,
question.
but nope.
Ask it.
Okay. Yeah. Are you in possession of a wand? See you soon.
And at that, that's where we're going to end tonight's episode.